say the most racist, untoward word. That one is just so untoward.
Very untoward of me.
It's quite untoward. That was a bit untoward.
Something untoward.
No, fully untoward.
Very untoward.
That's untoward.
God damn it.
Which, in and of itself, is very untoward. Very untoward.
I'm waiting for Keanu. What I'm doing is waiting for Keanu because I can start.
What are you waiting to Keanu for? Keanu never does anything. You just walk right out of the thing.
Isn't that exciting? Okay, we're gonna do it. Whee! 1, 2, and bing, bing, bing. Bing, bing, bing. Bing, 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 bing.
Keanu Thompson. Keanu!
This young woman was doing a podcast.
Hello, everyone. Ooh, can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you feel me?
It's when shots rang out and she ducked for cover.
The host, a stand-up comic, is wearing glittery devil horns.
That one is just so untoward.
That's hard to do. I'm going to create the energy with my dancing. Very. Oh, fully untoward. Nope. And then I went, okay. When are these two idiots going to stop? Love it. I can't get enough. We can't, Michaeline, look.
Just waiting for this vodka kick in.
Hello, everyone. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you feel me? It's me, Kiki. Yes. Good song. Hi, it's me. I get too distracted by the opening song that I love, but I just sit and listen. Welcome to Keanu Live. Oh, it's so good. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Can you feel me? I'm sure you can. Seems like everything's good. Metal live! Metal live! Already with this? All right, I'll answer it in a second. We love it. I totally forgot about this song. Yes, welcome to Keanu Live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to sit around and not going to sit around and apologize for being late. I was late because I was waiting for my dearest husband's show to end. I didn't want to step on his toes, as you know. Gino Bisconti, you know him. He just did the football show with Garrett and Steve. I was waiting for that to end, and then all of a sudden the internet went out and everything went all ooey, and I think they ended. So we're here. We're going to have fun. It's Keanu Live. Woohoo. Yes, Gino's show has ended now, and he's at Garrett and Steve's house. So I have the house to myself. There's Eugene.
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
I actually think it ended before. I'm like calling him. I'm like watching it. Maybe I had it on pause or something because I'm like calling him, and I was gonna make a funny call and be like, for the love of God, could you end it already so I could do my program? Do I look oddly red right now? But yes, I think they've ended now. They ended 4 hours ago. They did not end 4 hours ago. Very confusing. Watch this. Oh, that's a little better. God, I was all pink. Odd. Anyway, we're going to have fun tonight. It's a Kiki Live, a good old-fashioned solo Kiki Live. Very late, but you know what? Some people don't live in Eastern Standard Time. So it's a little earlier over there. You know, we're going to talk about so many fun things. So it's a Kiki Live. If you aren't subscribed, get subscribed. If you aren't a member, become a member. If you're not listening to Keanu Cast, listen to Keanu Cast. Okay. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have much to talk about. We have a rabble-rousing episode for you. 1 trillion Kiki bucks for everyone here right now. And 85 Kiki coins.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, we're going to have fun. We have a little gossip and many giggles. All right. Karl of the WATP podcast. If he thinks I wasn't or would not or will not to respond, we're going to respond to the blatant lies he told about me last night. Was it last? Nope. The night before. Nope. Last night. He has another thing coming. Of course I have to respond to Clubfoot Karl. Of course I have to respond. So we're going to get into that. And then we have a little bit from, we're going to react to a few of the Onion things and a few of the pretty antisocial gal thing. And we're going to have fun. We're going to have fun. And then I have some other tricks up my sleeve. So if you haven't already cracked a White Claw or whatever your beverage is, do it now. If you haven't already lit up a cigarette or whatever your oral fixation is, do it now because it's Kiki Live. Yay. Wee. Thank you, Meadow Lives, for the $2. FMK, Mario Bosco, Stevie Lou, Shmuel Buckman. These are always very tricky of you to do, but I will always answer. Ugh. Okay, so, Mario did nothing wrong. Mario Bosco. It's me, Mario Bosco. I guess you have to, okay, you Shmuel. And then I guess you gotta F Stevie Lou and marry Mario. Ugh. You really do the worst. The worst of them. Just the worst. Hi, everyone. Okay. Haley the Warthog, Tyler, Whiskey Knee. Okay, yes. So first thing on the docket, we're going to go ahead and get into it. Of course, I have to respond to this because how could I not? We've been talking about this for not that much. I responded to it. I talked about the Content Hotel and my interaction with Karl. My story has never changed. Karl Hamburger. My interaction with Karl Hamburger has never changed. My story about it, what he said to me, and he had the wherewithal, the gall to just blatantly lie about it. And I thought Karl was a friend of mine, but this is the first time I think I'm going to say this. Kevin Brennan was right. Kevin Brennan was right. Before we went there, he's like, he's not a friend of you. Well, he didn't say that. He was like, Dino needs to say something to this man, blah, blah, blah. You know, he's insecure. He's a liar. He, shouldn't be on that show with that fat Melton. Fucking, and Gino needs to defend your honor. But Gino and I don't think like that. We're like, what could happen, right? But he is adjusting his narrative now. Speak of the devil. Thanks, Kevin. Speak of the devil, Kevy Brenny. Here he is.
This sort of record, this is the best time I've ever had in my life.
Yay. He did. Kevin Brennan was right about him. Kevin Brennan was definitely right about Karl Hamburger of the WATP podcast. Because, yes, last night he did an entire, or was it 2 nights ago? Sorry, I can't keep him straight. He did an entire thing like Kiki is desperate for Kevin Brennan's attention. And then he lied about our interaction. Lied about it. Blatantly lied about it. So if you think I'm not going to correct him, I am. I'm going to correct him. So we're going to get into it. Yay! And then, of course, Big Red had some... She had to watch basically my entire fun-loving, adorable podcast where I was talking about their breakup, the breakup with her and Jackie through. And I actually, what I will say will shock you. She did have one funny part, which I think I'm going to attribute it to me because it was quite funny. And maybe me, all these months of me telling her to lighten up, not take herself too seriously. Maybe it's rubbed off on her. So I have to give her some props on that and then shit on her a little bit because it's just serious as a heart attack. And then, yeah, of course we got a little Patty Melty and then fun things that we like to talk about too. So buckle the fuck in. She's your biggest fan. Hi, Araya. Hi, St. Ranger. Hi, Bill Cooper. Big Red was clearly bothered. She had to address everything. She went through like almost all of it. Aside from my musical numbers. And you know what? That's the funniest thing. It's like as if didn't I start out that stream being like, I'm going to speculate like they do. If you took what I said seriously, when I'm clearly fucking joking, you're a moron. It's not me. It's you. Clearly, right?
I worked on it with my hands.
I know. Right, Jack? I miss you, Jackie. I miss you. I don't. I realize Jackie doesn't like me either. I mean, what must you think of me? Oh, Lordy. She uses insecurity. Yes. Speaking of insecurity, back to Karl. All right. So this is from, let's just get right into it, shall we? Bing, 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 bing. Yes, 1 day ago. Okay. So the description reads as this. Join us at 5:30 ET, producer Chris, Adam Bush, and I will be checking in on Mattress Gate. Don't know what that is. Responding to Keanu. Okay. I went, all right, I'll play your game. Watching Karmic, Michael Ray Bauer, Stutcho, and more. All right. I went, okay, let me see what this could be about. Let's just see what this could be about. So, of course, I was coming home from the gym and landed on, okay, so we talked about Karm for 45 minutes. And then I'm like, here we are. He's going to talk about me, little old me.
So against it.
So. Yeah. Right.
So judgmental.
I don't know if anyone knows this, but the three of us were at this place called the Villa Roma in the Catskills.
And you're hearing footage of that right now.
Somehow Clay Dabler just joined the show. I'm not sure how that is, but So we were at the Villa Roma at Chrissy Mayer's Content Hotel. It's been talked about a little bit by people.
A little.
And this Saturday night, Keanu Thompson, Kiki, our friend, went on the MLC podcast, Miserable's Company, hosted by Kevin Brennan.
Mm-hmm.
And she got to spill some tea
Michaeline,
about what she
Michaeline,
at this show. And so she's very excited to talk to Kevin about it.
Okay. Number one, I don't know if I need a sound to I think maybe when I know Karl, when I am going to point out a Karl lie, I'll play a gong. How's that sound? So when you hear that sound, it's Karl is blatantly lying. How about that? Okay. What do we think? I think yes. Okay. Let's go back here a little bit.
And she got to spill some tea about what she learned talking to me at this show. And so she's very excited to talk to Kevin about it.
Is Karl always seems short when he's taking pictures with people? Is he? What is he?
You are talking about WATP Karl, is that it?
Clubfoot Karl.
Now, first of all, he said I was very excited. I had to check and see which Karl Kevin was talking about. I often go on Kevin's show. Okay? That's not I don't just fucking pretend I don't know people. I was just double checking. And then he mentioned him. So, excited. I don't know.
Is he? What kind of height
I have
is
to
he?
tell you, I didn't get to tell you, and I wouldn't have told you unless he told me not to tell you.
What?
When we were at no, he didn't tell me not to tell you. But I like Karl, all right? But
so it starts off with, I wouldn't have told you, but Karl told me not to tell you. And she goes, no, he didn't tell me not to tell you.
My story has never changed. The words he said to me, now keep this in mind. The words he said to me were, which is why I said, no, he didn't tell me not to tell you. What he said to me when I sat down next to him after his live podcast, we were all at a bar. I sat down next to him. The words he said to me, this Karl Hamburger, okay? He said, I know you're going to go and tell Kevin Brennan about this. I know that you're going to tell him it was a disaster and that it was poorly sold and undersold. I know. Not what I was going to say to him or to Kevin at all. So just keep that sentence in mind. Just those are literally the words that he said to me when I sat down next to somebody that he has said is a friend of mine. I thought was a friend of mine, but clearly is not. So nobody said, don't tell Kevin Brennan. Nobody said that. He did not say that. And I keep saying that. So just so you know.
And we're friends. So everything that I'm going to talk about right now is totally cool because we're totally friends. And so I'm going to let you know all the shit that Karl told me. And I will let everyone know what the conversation actually was, because I don't know if Keanu is making this up. I don't know if she's a liar. I don't know if she's just really dumb. Very possible.
Okay, so what is it, Karl? Did I make it up? How could I make up such a thing? Or am I really dumb? That's what all of these fucking old men that fucking come after me say. She's just stupid. She's just dumb. No, you're dumb. You're dumb to think, or just dumb to say that I don't know if she's a liar or if she's stupid or if she's making it up. I didn't make it up. How could I, or why would I make something like that up? What you're about to do is make up what was said between you and I, Karl.
Because she still doesn't understand the text message that she read on Kevin's show. She doesn't understand the point of that or the content of it. She claims one thing and it was the exact opposite.
Now, if you don't, oh God, he sounds like Jimmy Kimmel. I didn't want to say that, but I meant the exact opposite. If you don't know what he's talking about, it's that in, I wrote it down. Where are you? La la la. Back in August. Okay. Well, actually, excuse me. Back in May, on May 26th, Karl sent Eugene and I a text message. And then on August 3rd, I read it on Kevin's show. And you'll see why, and you'll understand why. I understood the text messages. Okay. And I thought they were funny. And by the way, Karl, that's par for the course for you. Like, that's all you do is play, private phone calls, have festivals where you display private text messages. So I thought, why not? If it's funny. And it was a funny text message. So there you go. It was not that personal. It was just silly.
But this is her interpretation of what was going down.
Also, it just wasn't the place to bring up like Price steel toe clips, And then he shooed Rich Voss away, which was odd. Again.
Yeah, but okay, that's fair. But what's his show if he doesn't watch Steel Toe and Stuttering John?
Well, I don't know.
So Keanu starts criticizing the show that we put on. And Keanu obviously is one of the best live podcasters to ever play the game. So when she gives me notes, I'm like, oh, and then what should we have done? It's insane to me that Keanu is telling me two things. One, that I shouldn't be doing steel toe clips at WATP Live, the show we were promoting for all those months to come out and see us live.
Okay.
Karl, who's going to know what steel toe is?
Okay. Well, WATP Live at the Content Hotel. Also, I was a part of those clips. I was in those clips that you played. I mean, so that's fine, maybe. I don't know. I'm allowed to fucking, just like you criticize everybody's podcast, I'm allowed to sit there and criticize, You're the one that was disappointed with the turnout to your show and how it went. And the technical difficulties and the fact that Kumia had something better to fucking do. Okay? You're the one that was disappointed in that. So.
Everyone who came to see WATP Live. What are you talking about, Stuttering John over here? Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah. That's definitely what we're going to do when you come to see WATP Live. That's how that works.
The sole purpose of her being on this show is for Kevin to make fun of you. And she starts to do it. And it's so unbelievable that he has to start questioning her.
Adam, what? That's even Kevin said it last night. It's like, no, I go on there a lot of Saturday nights. What the fuck are you talking about? The sole purpose is to talk about fucking Clubfoot Karl? Adam, what? No, it wasn't. We hadn't spoken in a while. So I was like, oh, I forgot to tell you, or I hadn't gotten to tell you yet. I offered up the information. The sole purpose. Oh, shut it. Ugh.
He's like, hold on.
Right. Yes. He's like, what did you think was going to happen?
Yeah.
So wait, he started doing a live WATP? Isn't that what they do when they do live shows?
Has push-ups. Karl's right. Thank you, push-ups. You are the best podcaster. I agree. Thank you, push-ups. 1 trillion Kiki bucks for you. And for you too, Karl. Thank you for the adoration. I'm allowed to have an opinion too, Karl, just like you do on everybody else's fucking program. Okay? You insecure, sad little man. My God. Metal Lives. Thank you for the $5. It's always fun to do these. FMK. Lesbian edition. Karl's mom wife. Caitlin Omini. Gasly Cummings. Jesus. Wow. This is a toughie. Okay, but I can. Okay, well, I really happen to like Karl's wife. I'm not gonna say mom wife, not Kevy. I really like Karl's wife, but this one is a toughie. Okay, it has to go. Ugh. The other two, I'm not quite sure how to. All right, so you marry, obviously, Karl's wife, because clearly he doesn't even give a shit anyway. So that's fine. And she's a fun hang. Karl's wife you marry. Kate Meany. And Ashley Cummings. Ugh. It's too much. Those two are kind of one and the same. There's really no great answer. So I guess Ashley's older. Ugh. Ashley's a bit older. So I guess you Ashley and then you have sex with Kate Meany. Okay, that's the only answer. It's the only answer. Terrible. Terrible. You're too good at this, Metal Lives. Too good at it. Awful. I didn't want to say it, but I had to. So
it's like, well, yeah, I don't know. And this Rich Voss angle is so retarded. I love, and it's been proven that Rich Voss didn't have a problem with this. And Keanu still up to this past weekend thinks this is like this big deal.
Okay. Hate to keep pausing. I wouldn't have said anything about the Rich Voss thing if, and again, I only tell the truth, if he did not come up to Chrissy and I after you shooed him away from your podcast and say something about it to us. Does he give a shit? Probably not. But he was like, ew, that was weird. I've never walked onto a podcast and people not use me there. That's what he said to us. I'm sorry, Karl. That's what he said to us. But now Karl's going to go, no, this is exactly how I wanted it to happen. He was butthurt that Kumia had better things to fucking do. Number one. Number two, he's like all flustered about the he couldn't set up his like sound equipment right. And then Rich Voss walked in and then he shooed him away because we had to get back to Steel Toe. Yeah, I stand by that. And I wouldn't have even mentioned that ever. But Rich Voss walked up to us. I don't care when Chad called him and he's like, yeah, who cares? It's fine. It wasn't a big deal. It wasn't a big deal, but he definitely mentioned it to Chrissy and I. And I felt embarrassed for you. So that's what happened. Sorry. God. But go ahead, spin it, Karl. Spin it.
That Rich Voss wasn't allowed to hang around on the show for very long.
And then he walked into Karl's show because he's like, of course, I'll do these guys a favor. And then, sorry, Karl goes, don't you fucking dare, Rich. No. And then
don't you dare what? What was he doing?
Sit down and be a part of the show.
Oh, so wait, so
I know
Karl didn't know Rich Voss was going to show up?
No, Chrissy went, why don't we have Rich come? And since Kumia can't come.
Right.
And then Karl was like, no, fuck it, whatever. But then, no, I don't even think he said that. He just said, fuck you, Rich. It was a text message thread. Right. So, okay. It was, so Rich Voss was golfing with Gino. And he's like, it depends on how I golf. And Karl didn't take that very kindly in the text message thread. Okay. He's like, no, fuck him. I don't need him anyway. Blah, blah, blah. I'll stick to my steel toe clips. But then Rich obviously was just making a joke. Then when he walks into the show, he's like, fuck you. Don't you dare. That he sat down for 5 minutes and then Karl shooed him away. That's what happened. Okay. After I left halfway through the show with Chrissy, Rich walks up to us and says, that was fucking weird in so many words. And I'm whatever. He wasn't like, oh, I'm crying. I'm sad. I'm Rich Voss. I'm crying. No, he didn't care. But yeah, I've never walked into a podcast before. Do you think, again, I say, if Rich Voss walked into fucking Legion of Skanks or, Anthony's show on Compound or something like that, do you think that a live podcast in some capacity, do you think that any other broadcaster or podcaster with a live audience would be like, no, get out? And I stand by that. It's true. It's weird. Rich said it. He's like, you use Rich Voss when he walks in the room. And I agree with that. Does he care? Is he losing sleep over it? No. But fuck up. Sorry. All I can go off of is what people say to me. So sorry, Karl. All right, I'll get to you in a second. Metal lives.
Right. And Keanu was there, so she would know exactly what went down. What Keanu doesn't know, and shouldn't know, and why she shouldn't be having an opinion on this, is that we've been ragging on Rich Voss on this show for years. This is going back a very long time. Before we were on YouTube, the audio version of Who Are These Podcasts made fun of My Wife Hates Me over and over again, because Rich Voss is a garbage podcaster. And I called him out at poker the night before. And then he came on my show and I said, get the fuck out of here. I don't want a shitty podcaster on my show. And we had it back and forth, and it was everything it should have been.
All right. First lie. Well, I mean, many, but here, that's a get the fuck out of here. I don't want a shitty podcaster on my show. Not at all what you said, Karl. You're like, Rich, don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking dare. He sat down 5 minutes. You're acting like a big tough guy, little clubfoot Karl. You were upset about the, audio visual setup. You were, standing there like because you said yourself, you were upset that you had to stand, and then Rich walked in and he offended you by saying like, let's see how I golf. And then you said, get the fuck out. You didn't say, oh no, I don't want a shitty podcaster on my show. You said, no, don't you fucking dare. Don't sit down. It's there. He didn't say I don't want a shitty podcaster on my show. Lie. Yep.
The first time Rich Voss was on WATP and the last time was everything it should have been. And Keanu continues to criticize me. Karl should have pivoted and had Rich Voss on the show.
Should have.
I actually played it perfectly.
No, you
and
didn't.
Rich admitted that when Chad called him. He goes, yeah, no.
When Chad called him. Yeah, because he's going to say, yeah, I thought that was fucking weird that you didn't use me on your show. Yeah, because he's going to say that to Chad. Does Rich Voss give a shit? No, obviously not. But these are the words that he said to us, okay? Is it a big deal? No. But you are saying it like I played that perfectly. You didn't seem like you fucking were very happy with yourself after your show, after your live podcast, okay? That's the whole Rich Voss angle. That's it. I'm sorry, Karl, but I have to go off of what people fucking say to me. Exact experiences and the words that people say and what I see with my eyes. But you would rather be like, oh yeah, no, I don't want a shitty podcaster on my show. Okay, big guy. Okay. Not at all what happened. Not at all. Ding, 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 ding. Let me turn off my. Okay, let's go.
I had no business being on Karl's show. And so he told me that, and it was fine. We had a fun little conversation, a little back and forth. I mean, you were there, Adam. I thought that couldn't have gotten better. We're in the middle of a steel toe segment. He comes on, I go, fuck off. We talked about how I liked his wife better than him.
Yeah. I reiterated that fact. We had a fun back and forth, and then he ran off. It was very funny. It was a great cameo. It was fine. What?
Okay. And I hate to even belabor this again. I talked to Adam and Karl about this, and they both went, yeah, that was stupid. I swear to you, I'm like, I don't know if you probably should have. shooed Rich Voss away. Whatever. Oh, and I wouldn't have even said it if Rich didn't say that to us. Does he care? No. But you guys are acting like, yeah, it was great. We did the exact right thing. This was the best live podcast we've ever done. Shut up. Shut up. Be real. Be real.
Keanu's doing is the same thing that John does when he gets like a compliment. Someone, leaves one of his gigs and go, great gig. And he's like, he looked me in the eye and he said, that gig was the greatest gig I've ever seen.
I don't even
He's
know.
like, Rich Voss, like, whoa, shortest podcast appearance I ever did. And walked away. And she's like, my God, he was humiliated. Did you hear that? He said he's never been thrown off a podcast so fast.
Well, no. Were you standing there with Chrissy and I having the conversation with Rich? Adam? No, you weren't. That's not what happened at all. You were still on stage. I left halfway through. Gino fell asleep. So no, that's not at all what happened. But that's what they do. They're like, okay, yeah, Keanu's just like stuttering John. Oh no. Work off of like actual things that happened. Work off of actual conversations that you had with a human being. How about that, Adam?
I must tell everyone.
I must.
Yeah, so this is like Keanu's story. She's been talking about it nonstop everywhere she goes. She can't stop talking about how I ran my show incorrectly. Our live show at the Villa Roma was great. And the fact that she thinks that the show was terrible and I thought it was terrible, and none of that is correct.
And none of
you did think it was terrible. That's what you told me, basically. So
the people involved are allowed to have a fucking opinion on it. Rich Voss coming out and multiple times saying, no, it was cool. His opinion doesn't matter. She knows better.
She knows better. Yeah.
I
and
do.
She's informed. That's the other funny thing too. This echo chamber she's created. She's informed Aaron and Chad about what went down. And they repeat what she says. She's like, everyone agrees.
Okay. I may have talked to Aaron. I didn't call Chad. you or text Chad. I don't think I have Chad's number. I've informed them of what went on. Yeah, of course I'm going to laugh with Aaron about it a little bit. You think I called Chad? I have no problem with Chad. Well, I don't like he knows my problem with him regarding Chrissy, but other than that, I'm like, but I don't like sit around and call Chad and tell him things. I don't know how many people dislike you, Karl. Clearly a lot. I didn't call Chad.
He's with me. Yeah, you're the one with the disinformation.
And Chad was so enthralled, he called Rich Voss.
Yeah, just to find out that everyone was wrong about it.
What nobody's done, what you always say, Karl, is played the fucking clip. Because if you play it, you're going to hear a funny exchange and then they move on.
Yeah. So I'm going to get into that in just a second.
Okay.
But this is where like Keanu's confused or just really, really dumb. But she remembers our conversation at the bar after the show.
Again, he says, confused or dumb. He knows what he said to me. So again, a lie. Here's the gong. I'm not confused and I'm not lying. And you can call me dumb all you want, Karl. My story has never changed. Do I need to start I swear to God, it made me think like I'm gonna, when interacting with these freaks, I'm gonna start wearing a wire. Will that make you happy? Obviously, I would never do that. But why would I make anything about this up? Why would I make it up? And what he's about to say is so funny because I would have said that too, no matter what you said to me. If it were in this like vein of like anything having to do with Kevin Brennan or whatever, I would have said it. So do I need to wear a wire? I will. I'm not going to wear a fucking wire. I'm teasing. But for Christ's sake, don't misconstrue or twist my words. And don't you try and act like the big man. Just Why don't you just ignore it? You could have ignored this and it would have went away. But instead, you're going to spend, I don't know, maybe 45 minutes of your program doing this, and you think I'm not going to respond. Karl, please. I'm going to wear a wire. Should I? Wouldn't that be funny? Everywhere I go, I just wear a wire. You know I love receipts, so I'm not going to do that. It's a joke. God, for the love of God, I hope no one took that seriously. All right, Haley? Jesus.
Joe, very differently than what actually went down.
No, it's not. No, it wasn't like I didn't think anything of it. I was like, oh, they're doing their thing. I thought it was fine. And then I walked up to him after and he said, I knew you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. Bingo. It's exactly what he said. Stories never changed, ever. That's what he said to me. Walked up to him. It was a bar. He was sitting in a seat, sat down next to him. That's the first thing he said to me. Okay. I swear to God.
That's why I'm number one. That's why I'm number one.
I was like, good show, Karl. I was like, I was having a blast. Like, it's fine. He's like, no, you're going to go tell Kevin Brennan about this. Oh, I have to go watch that.
This is not what I said at all. It doesn't even make sense. Could you imagine me being like, oh my gosh, Keanu, are you going to tell Kevin Brennan about this?
No, you said it, Karl. You said, I know you're going to go tell Kevin Brennan about this. You're going to tell him the words he used were, you're going to tell him it was a disaster and it was poorly sold. Before I could even get a word in edgewise, he said that. He did say it. I didn't use the words, are you going to go tell Kevin Brennan about this? The cat. Are you going to go tell Kevin Brennan about this? Or don't tell Kevin Brennan about this? He said, I know you're going to go tell Kevin Brennan about this. Those are the words he said. Those are the words he said. Do I need to wear a wire when interacting with these old men? Old, insecure men. Do I? It's a joke.
It's up on our YouTube channel. We put out the episode the next morning. I couldn't wait to get it out. This was an episode of WATP. Whenever we do live shows, I'm not like Aaron Imholt. I'm not afraid of the content. It's out there. Every segment.
Why didn't you do it live then? Why didn't you stream it live? And it wasn't up there the next day. I checked. You were the one that said the sound was bad. I had to stand. I did this. I did that. You're going to tell Kevin Brennan it was a disaster. Like, you were the one that was insecure about it, little man. I couldn't wait to get it out there. I couldn't wait. I know she is. Listen to her. I come from Chrissy's team and the cat's already messing with Kiki's stuff. No, Gino's not home. She misses daddy, I guess. She's crashing the bowls around. I don't know. That's what she does.
The Rich Voss exchange is on our YouTube channel. Anyone could go watch it. I didn't edit everything.
You let people rewind? You let them rewind a show?
You could rewind it. You could go back and watch it again. And Keanu, for some dumb reason, thinks the exchange. Right, I'll explain what actually happened.
Okay.
But I just want to show again that she has no idea what she's talking about. She even catches herself like not knowing what she's going to say next.
This is better than anything because she's actually not only did she tell me, she told me Karl told her not to tell me.
Well, that's what I said. I'm like, what's wrong with you that you thought was like, good show? And again, Kevin's getting excited and out over his skis saying that. But again, I opened that up with saying, Karl said, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. Those were the exact words. I didn't say, Karl told me not to tell you this. I never said that. I never said it. You said to me, Karl, and you know it. You know it. I mean, I can't imagine. I mean, I don't know. He could be in his like little insecure brain going, that's, Nah, that's not the way the interaction happened. But he said the words, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. Hand to God. He said it. Okay. So, man, like, whatever. Blah, blah, blah. Like,
yeah, you said blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I remember that part. So remember the first clip we played, which is like, well, he didn't tell me not to tell you. And then Kevin goes, oh my gosh, he told you not to tell me. And then you did. She goes, yeah, I know. That's how quickly Keanu like forgets what she already.
No, you're stupid. I said the words you said. I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. And then Kevin takes it as he told you not to tell me. And then I'm not forgetting what I said. I'm just on a show talking to Kevin Brennan. Okay, Karl. I didn't forget what I said. I didn't forget what you said. You may have, well, you didn't forget. I think it'll haunt you for the rest of your fucking miserable club-footed life. I'm going to have to wear a wire around these old men. Swear to God I have to. It's a joke.
He said. And how quickly she just wants to appease KB. Yeah, Kevin, that's what happened. If that makes you happier. Yeah, he told me not to tell you. Could you imagine me telling Keanu not to tell Kevin Brennan something?
Not what I said.
That'd be the dumbest thing ever. I don't tell anyone what to do.
If I overheard that, I would not be here today.
Yeah, you wouldn't respect me anymore. That'd be the
Oh my God, he speaks. This man speaks for once. No, that's not what I said. What I said was, again, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. Okay? And that's what you did say. So if this is your cope, little Karl, cope with a K, then that's fine. But Jesus Christ, you could have ignored this. You could have just ignored it and let it go, taken the L. But no, you won't.
Dumbest thing I could possibly do for multiple reasons. Here's what actually happened. Because I just feel like I just need to get this out here there because Keanu's a
Get
fucking
it out,
dolt.
Karl.
What happened was she sat down next to me and was like, hey, Karl. And I was like, why would I talk to you? What happened was she sat down next to me and was like, hey, Karl. And I was like, why would I talk to you?
I'm sorry. Lie, lie, lie. Okay, now, first and foremost, now let's hear that one more time. And the gong is for the lies.
What happened was she sat down next to me and was like, hey, Karl. And I was like, why would I talk to you?
Now, if that happened, little man, I would have said that as well. And if I sat down next to him, and he has said, I thought that he was a friend to me. I thought he's a Keanu and Gino are friends of mine. If I sat down next to him and he said, and I said, hey, Karl, and he went, Keanu, why would I talk to you? I can't say what I would have done in the situation exactly, but I either would have been like, okay, and gotten up and left, or I would have sat and listened to more and then, of course, talked about it right here with you fine people. But those were not the words that were said. So this little man, very insecure, and I'm sorry that he is so insecure. I'm sorry, Petunia. I'm sorry that he is so insecure. And I didn't realize it so much. I mean, Michaeline even said it. The fact that he is saying, I sat down next to him and he said to me, why would I talk to you? I remember I'm not stupid. I have a brain. I would have said that. That would have been an even better story, Karl. You didn't say that, tough guy. You didn't.
What would be I was like, hey, Karl. And I was like, why would I talk to you? What would be the reason for me to ever have a conversation with you?
Lie.
If I know anything I tell you is just up for your ability to get clout from the Dabbleverse, Kevin Brennan, whatever. I sent
Lie. Whatever. Lie. I surely would have. I would have written it down. I would have been excited if he said that to me. That's not at all what he fucking said. That's insane. Karl, that's insane. You know you didn't say that to me. I sat down next to you. I said, hey, Karl. You said, I know you're going to go tell Kevin Brennan about all of this. You're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. The show was a disaster. It was poorly sold. And I went, whoa, well, I just sat down next to you to say, good show. Where's the insecurity come from? I didn't say that. I said it in my brain. What are you doing? He didn't say, why would I talk to you? Oh, shit, Karl, you little man, you little man.
her a private text message. She couldn't wait to read it.
Oh, God, Jesus.
Is just up for your ability to get clout from the Dabbleverse, Kevin Brennan, whatever. I sent her a private text message. She couldn't wait to read it on MLC, which is fine. I
couldn't wait. Number one, I need to reiterate this. Karl, are you in the middle of a lawsuit concerning you and Shuli playing private phone conversations with Kate Meany and Stuttering John? Weren't you at Hackamania and half of your show was showing private text messages between April and Nick Rekieta on a large screen in front of everybody? Weren't you the one that showed, shirtless photos of Aaron on that same screen? That's what y'all do, okay? I was just playing your game. You're still upset that I read that text message you sent me and Gino about Kevin Brennan convincing us that you did something wrong to me. And I said, no, whatever, you're fine. And then you brought up Club Feet and Mom Wife and all that stuff. It was funny. You're still so butthurt about that? I'm sorry. Do I have a Keanu cast festival where I played or read or did an AI voice of your text message? No. You're still so butthurt about that. I couldn't wait to read it. Again, you just said I couldn't wait to read it. You sent us that text message on May 26th. May 26th. He just said the words, she couldn't wait to read it to Kevin Brennan. Let me just correct me if I'm wrong here, but that's what she said, what he said, I
sent her a private text message. She couldn't wait to read it on MLC, which is fine.
May 26th, you sent me that text message. May 26th. I went back. I checked. I read that text message on MLC on August 3rd. Want to know why? Because you sit there with fucking Fatty Melty and you act as if you're my friend, but you don't go, you know what? Why don't you cool it with the search Keanu C. Thompson's leaked OnlyFans photos here. Search Keanu C. Thompson's butthole here. Search this. Do this. Search Keanu C. Thompson nude here. Search this. It went on and on and on. Later that night, and I was at a gig earlier, by the way, and then I popped on MLC and we were talking about it. So I couldn't wait to read it. A text from May 26th that I read on August 3rd on MLC because I was just trying to say, you're a butthurt little bitch. Stop. I couldn't wait to read it. Your rhetoric is wrong, little man. If you didn't think I was going to talk about this, you're wrong and you're stupid and you're sad. Hit the like button, everyone. And 1 trillion million Kiki bucks for everyone still here right now. There you go. Wee. You're ridiculous. You're ridiculous. Karl, the defense rests. It doesn't rest. We're going to keep going. Couldn't wait to read it. Oh, okay. Lie.
I don't care. Fine
You
with
don't
that.
care.
But
Another lie.
I then put someone on the pay no mind list. Don't send her a private text message. She couldn't wait to read it on MLC, which is fine. I don't care.
Lie.
Fine with that. But I then put someone on the pay no mind list. I go, oh, I'll never communicate with this person again because they're not my friend. They're just looking for any information they can get that they can use to help themselves and boost themselves up and get like approval from KB or get a little segment. By the way, this went on for hours.
Why would I what get approval from KB? He doesn't care and neither do I. What approval from KB? I'm not trying to get clout off of you, Clubfoot. Okay? I ain't. You sit there with a man whose fans are fucking violent and creepy and bizarre. He says violent, creepy, bizarre shit about me. I'm talking about Patrick Melton. I don't need you to defend me, but at some point, if you want to act like my friend, don't you think you'd go, okay, you could cool it with search Keanu Thompson's butthole picture, which y'all will never find online. You only know it because I told you about it. Okay? So here are Keanu Thompson's news. You'd think that you'd go, all right, how many times are you going to say it, Patty? But you didn't. And that's why I read your stupid, sad text message. You do it. You play private phone calls, read people's private text messages, display them on a screen at festivals of incels. I thought it was par for the course for you. It has nothing to do with Kevin Brennan. I don't know what Kevin Brennan did to him other than call him club-footed and that his wife is his mom. But your insecurity's showing, darling.
Hours on the show. This little conversation they're having about the Rich Voss thing and then our conversation afterwards that was very short. She tells this story over and over and Kevin's lapping it up. And so this is great for Keanu. She keeps embellishing it. It gets crazier and crazier the more she's spinning it around. But basically, I just let her know that, yeah, I want nothing to do with you. Like you showed me that I can't.
Again, lie. So he's back on when I sat down next to him. Basically, I just let her know that I want nothing to do with you. Lie, lie, lie. What you said was, I went, what's up, Karl? You went, I know you're going to go tell Kevin Brennan about this. And yes, where I'll say I embellished is it wasn't tears in your eyes, but you did look as if you wanted to cry. Okay? You know when somebody's like, and you can tell like on his show when he's watching all of this, he looks like pissed off. Like he looked like kind of glassy-eyed. I'm not lying about that. I'm not saying you had tears in your eyes and that you were crying. What I'm saying is you looked like you wanted to cry. I just couldn't even imagine that it had something to do with little old me. Sat down next to you because I thought you were a friend of mine and Gino's. And I wanted to say good show. And what did you say to me? Again, you said, I will repeat it over and over. I know you're going to go and tell Kevin Brennan about this. I know you're going to tell him it was a disaster and it was poorly sold. And I went, whoa, no, wasn't going to say that at all. But what you're saying is you told me, why would I talk to you? I want nothing to do with you. Bullshit. Bullshit. You liar, you sad little liar. His body is filled with estrogen. Clearly it is. I mean, it's why he gets along with Patty Melty so well, I guess. I mean, you know, I could always see that, you know, I say this a lot, and that's why I have a hard time making fun of Melton. It's just very upsetting that I don't think that he feels comfortable coming out and being his gay self. And because I love the gays. Okay. And it's society that does that to people. But there's gay behind those eyes. And maybe Karl has it too. Maybe this is why he's so insecure. I don't know.
Trust you, so why would I be friends with you or have a conversation with you? Seems pretty reasonable.
I don't trust you either, weirdo.
I want nothing to do with you. Like you showed me that I can't trust you, so why would I be friends with you or have a conversation with you? Seems pretty reasonable.
You didn't say it.
Don't tell Kevin. Don't tell Kevin about the rich thing.
Again, you said, I know you're going to go and tell Kevin Brennan about this, how it was a disaster and it was poorly sold. Those words were not going to come out of my mouth. Those words were not even what my sentiments about the show. They weren't. They literally weren't. You feel that way about your show, little man. Not me. You do. And that's why I told Kevin Brennan that. So if you had said to me, why would I talk to you? You've taught me that I can't trust you. I would have said that too. It would have been a better story. Why would I lie? Like you, Clubby.
Don't tell Kevin about the layout of the show. It's all on video. It's all.
Yeah, don't tell Kevin about that thing we just live streamed, recorded, and are now putting out from the channel.
It's so stupid.
Hey, Adam, you didn't live stream it. You recorded it. Why didn't you live stream it? You put it out a couple days later, and you're the one that said it was poorly sold and a disaster. I didn't say it. You said it. Did I think the Rich Voss thing was a little weird? Yeah. But I had a blast at your show. I wouldn't have known. I mean, I kind of sensed it was odd with the Rich Voss thing, but I wouldn't have said anything about that if he didn't come up to us and offered us that information, that it was weird that you blew him off. Sorry, I just work off the truth of what people tell me. I have to start wearing a wire. I just have to. It's a joke. Jesus.
Stupid. It's so stupid. Of course, Kevin's loving this.
Unless he panics like a bitch. He's like, don't tell Kevin Brennan.
I just thought it was the funniest thing for him to mention you. When I was just trying to sit down and have a drink with you, man.
Yeah, the reason why I brought up Kevin Brennan is because I said, Keanu, I don't want to talk to you. You read my private text message.
Well, which is it? What did you say to me exactly? I think we need another gong here. So what you said to me when I sat down and I said, hi, Karl. Keanu, why would I talk to you? First of all, if that had happened, my initial reaction probably would have been to be like, okay, and leave. But you didn't. And you didn't say in your just little diatribe of whatever, like, I guess you said like, well, what? You're going to use me for clout or whatever. But then he goes, the reason I brought up Kevin Brennan. So why can I remember the sentence you said to me? And why can't you? Karl, the reason I brought up Kevin Brennan, did I bring up Kevin Brennan? No, you did. He's on your mind. Rent fucking free, dude. Kevin, I don't know what you did to him, but Jesus Christ. If you think I'm like buddies with him, he doesn't have friends. You're the one that said that you were a friend of mine. Weirdo. Not anymore. Clearly.
On Kevin Brennan's show, which showed me who you are, and it didn't change my life either way. It doesn't matter. I just know I can't trust.
I'm sorry. It gets funnier and funnier every time I hear it. He says in one sentence, wait, hang on.
My private text message on Kevin Brennan's show.
Again.
Which showed me who you are. And it didn't change my life either way. It doesn't matter. I just know I can't.
You read my private text message on Kevin Brennan's show, which shows me who you are. And then in the same breath, he goes, which doesn't matter. It doesn't change my life either way. If it didn't, then Should I have a festival where I read your weird text message over and over again? Like what? What do you mean? Did it, which that doesn't change my life at all. It doesn't matter to me. But it showed me who you were. Nobody ever who's being honest has said you did this to me and it showed me who you were, which didn't matter to me at all. I don't care. It doesn't change my life at all. Cope more. I think we need a gong here. That was a lie. Didn't matter to me. It's fine. I don't care. I don't care that you read my private text message. Again, aren't you in the middle of a lawsuit where, you played recordings of somebody's private phone conversation and, you do hackamania where you show private text message. What text message is private? Is it a conversation you had with somebody or is it not? You do the same fucking thing. I thought it was par for the course for you. Again, I say. You just showed me who you were. But I don't care. It doesn't change my life at all. Stupid. I'm dumb. You're dumb. You look like a fucking cuck. Shut up.
Trust Keanu to have a real conversation with her. So it doesn't matter. I just don't want to talk to you. You read my private text message on Kevin Brennan's show, which showed me who you are. And it didn't change my life either way. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
I just know I can't trust Keanu to have a real conversation with her. So I'll just be very superficial with her.
Somebody click and say trust.
Keanu to have a real conversation with her. So I'll just be very superficial with her, which is what I do. We're not friends. I just know I can't trust Keanu to have didn't change my life either way. It doesn't matter. I just know I can't trust, and it didn't change my life either way. It doesn't matter. I just know I can't trust Keanu to have a real change my life either way. It doesn't matter. I just know I can't trust, and it didn't change my life either way. It doesn't matter. I just know I can't trust Keanu to have a real conversation with her. So I'll just be very superficial with her, which is what I do.
Wait. So were you superficial with me? That's another lie. There you go. Were you superficial with me? I thought that you just said I sat down next to you, Karl. I can't trust her. I thought you just sat down. I sat down next to you and you said, why would I talk to you? That's not very superficial. That's very straightforward. You weren't superficial at all. You were like, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. I know that you're going to tell him it was a disaster and that the show was poorly sold. So were you superficial? That's not very superficial. Those are literally those are the words that you said to me. But your story is I sat down next to you and you said, why would I talk to you? You read my private text messages on Kevin Brennan's show. Oh, I know I can't trust you. That's not even superficial. You weren't superficial at all. What are you fucking talking about? Sorry, the gongs are they're just going off. They got to go off. I'm sorry. Which is it, Karl? I know I can't trust you.
This sort of record is the best time I've ever had in my life.
I know I can't trust you. I don't trust you either, weirdo.
Conversation with her. So I'll just be very superficial with her, which is what I do. We're not friends.
Okay.
It's the same thing with April. She had these private conversations with April Anderson, Aaron's ex-wife.
Sure.
And she
bring that up. Sure, bring that up. I did her a fucking favor. Okay. There you go. Oh, Eugene's on the phone. Hi, Eugene. I'm in the middle of my show. Do you want to be on the air or off of it? Okay. Oh, love you. I'll see you soon. Okay, bye. Stupid Eugene, I know I can't trust you. If you're gonna call me like that. Just teasing. That was Eugene. You know him, you love him.
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
Can't trust Keanu. I can't trust you. I apologize in advance to our clip guy, because this is gonna be okay, as always, this is gonna be the hardest thing to clip. But I know I can trust you, clip guy, dearest clip guy. Hail Gino, yes, I know. 1 million Kiki bucks for everybody hanging out with us right now. Bing, 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 bing. And 80,000 Kiki coins.
Wow.
Okay, so go ahead, Karl. Trustworthy Karl.
Conversations with April Anderson, Aaron's ex-wife.
Sure.
And she read them on shows. And so April put her on the pay no mind list. And then April eventually talked to her again, and she immediately ran out and told people on the show. So April never talked to her again. She does this all the time.
It's actually not even what happened. It's not what happened at all, Karl. God, oh my God, he has an erection for Nick Rekieta. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
We were in a sexual and very romantic relationship for a long time.
Jesus Christ. It's not even what happened. And also, I did her a favor. So, but literally not what happened at all. But I won't even get into that. So,
everyone, this is a pattern that you see.
It's a
so I'm a
pattern.
little smarter than April. I just go, yeah, I'll never talk to you again. This is done. Communication between the two of us is over.
There was a clip of Chad Zumach the other day I sent you guys where he was going on and on, normally not saying the truth. And he said something about Keanu came up and he goes, well, you know, if you send a text message or say anything to Keanu, she is going to tell everyone and show everyone everything you say. So you got to be careful.
How about this? I don't care that Chad said that. That's fine. You would be fucking all of you. You would be fucking. I have many very close friends. Okay. Many that you don't know. Lots that were in my wedding party. Many, you know, I'm very, very, very close with my friends. Very close with friends that you know as well. You would be fucking. I am trustworthy, but if I need to prove a point with you freaks, I'm gonna read it. And you guys do the fucking same. So shut the fuck up. You'd be shocked by the things that I know that I will never and would never tell. And I'm not talking about even people that you know or what have you. But yeah, you do the same. Are you kidding me, Karl? If I sent you some sappy, fucking insane text message, especially if I sat on a show where day in, day out, the fat giant, he's not even, sorry, Patrick Melton isn't even just like, he's not like jolly, morbidly obese like Santa, okay? He's not like, oh, he's just a cute fat guy. He's a scary fat guy. He's like 8 feet tall. His fat scares people. He's a frightening fat man that flies to Minnesota and frightens people, okay? He's fat. He's not fat jolly. He's fat scary. He's too tall to be that fat. Right? You sit on his show day in, day out. You claimed you were a friend of mine, but you never go. You never, ever, ever go. Hey, buddy, could you, I don't know. Why don't you cool it now? I don't know how many times I could ask for my fucking stupid fucking super tip head to be taken down. Karl, you never ask your buddy to do that. I thought we were friends before, but you can't trust me now. So your fat, scary friend, you sit there and you allow him to do this stuff. So God forbid I read a text message that you sent on May 26th about how, oh, Kevin Brennan convinced you that I didn't defend you enough. I read it on August 3rd. Because fuck you. It's enough. You do it all the time. You're in the middle of a lawsuit. Okay? Which I don't know how much that lawsuit will stand, but it's interesting to watch. I don't really know how much is up on it, but you grift off of people. You use people. You go to festivals and you attend festivals. You're a part of festivals of incels that read people's private text messages, display them on a screen. You use people's name, image, and likeness and their private phone calls. You play them at festivals. And I'm the bad guy. Karl, stop. I'll read your fucking text message again. It was very lame. I'm sorry. Oh, hi everyone. Is everybody doing okay? We're doing fine, right? Yes. Geekification. Hail Gino. Yay, Eugene was here. Okay, good. All right, let's go on, Karl. And if you thought that this was just going to be over, listen, you could have ignored it.
Like, wow,
It's out
Chad
there.
knows this.
Even
and show everyone everything you say. So you got to be careful. I was like, wow,
It's out there.
Chad knows this.
Even Chad understands this. It's out there now. Like Keanu will use anything she can for clout.
Clout.
She's got nothing going on.
So now you know.
I don't know if you know this, Karl. Clout. I'm getting clout off of you. I think it's funny. It's funny. Number one. Number two, I was just on the road with Chrissy Mayer. I don't know if you saw with your, silly, sad little eyes. I was just on Alex Stein yet again. I did Drinking Bros in fucking Austin. I just did the Mic Drop Comedy Club with Chrissy Mayer. I have dates lined up in October with Gino. We were just in Boca at the fucking Sad Man Comedy Club. I'm good on your clout, Clubfoot. Okay? Clout. This is fun for me. Or else I wouldn't do it. And what I'm learning is I didn't realize it about you, but you are a sad, very insecure little man. And it's showing. I didn't believe it really because I don't really watch your shitty program. I didn't really believe it. But I can tell you are so insecure. So this isn't for clout. It's for, I don't know. I'm sorry. I have to put these old men in their place sometimes. And I'll take my program to do it. So there you go, Karl. It's not for clout. Ugh. If that's the case, then what the fuck do you do? Every single person that you fucking talk about on Who Are These Podcasts, you're using me for clout. It's such a shame because your wife is so nice. Ugh. Lucy is so nice. I had a really long, nice conversation with her. You insecure little maggot of a man.
No, it's her thing. That's what's going to happen.
That's her thing.
Avoid with caution.
No one's watching her and her mom. If she gets on MLC. And the only reason why I saw this is because Patrick Melton was watching it. Because these shows are late at night and then Kevin takes them down. So there's not a lot of eyeballs on it, but it's a lot for Keanu. So she's just like, I could tell stories about Karl. I hung out with him and we had a 30-second conversation where Karl said, I don't want to talk to you. Good stuff.
Lie. Where Karl said, I don't want to talk to you. Didn't happen. Simply didn't happen. Sat down next to him. I was like, hey, buddy. I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. I know you're going to tell him the show was a disaster because he did look a little like, especially when he saw me like kind of glossy eyed, sat down, meant to say good show. He said, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. I know you're going to tell him it was a disaster because he felt like it was. And I know you're going to say it was poorly sold and undersold. I know you're going to go and tell him about that. You never, ever uttered the words, hey, bitch, I don't want to talk to you. You little man, you sad little man. Lie, lie, lie. Lie, lie, lie.
Yeah, wow. Compelling. Let's drag this out for an hour and a half, please.
I will.
And then, like I said, she's getting spun up by Kevin. So now it turns into, and I'm glad you guys are here because we were all hanging out at the bar after the show. And we were all sitting around a table and whatever, getting drinks.
Kevin was saying this, so I have to repeat it. I'm glad you guys are here. This man never says a fucking word. And then Adam Bush, I had nice conversations with him too. What are you going to say? All right, let's read a couple super chats here. Hang on. Metal Lives, FMK, Hack Edition. Ray Stupido, Tom Myers, Chad Zumach. I don't know who Tom Myers is. Chad Zumach. This is a tough one. Chad Zumach, Ray DeVito. Okay, the only... Oh, boy. Okay, who is Tom Myers? Since I don't know... Oh, God. Terrible. Oh, terrible. I guess you gotta... Only right answer is... Tom Myers. I guess you gotta... Because I don't know who that is. I'd rather spend... I guess you gotta have sex with Ray DeVito and marry Chad. That's terrible. Don't do that to me. If I knew who Tom was, I'd maybe have changed my answer. But I'd rather at least Chad's marginally funny. Ray, ugh. Or do you Ray and put him out of his misery? I don't know, but my first answer is the answer. There you go. Aaron James, thank you for the $20. Appreciation of Keanu, genius, and chat. May we watch people fall at Gmail. Oh, yes. Yes, I will check the email. Absolutely. I can't wait. We're going to get to it. Aaron James, thank you for the $9.99. Autocorrect made Gino into genius. Oh, okay. There we go. You're the best. I appreciate Keanu, Gino, and chat. Maybe watch people fall. Absolutely, we will. We will. Aaron, you're the best. Thank you. 1 trillion Kiki bucks for you and Metal Lives. Here you go. Here you go, darlings. We're almost done with this, I promise. Whee! God, thing is bad than an alley. I don't know. I like to see a new name in the chat. No man has ever dared to look Karl in the eye crossing his path in an alley. Vin Diesel once offered out of nowhere to polish his shoes in Cincinnati. It's just funny to me. Okay, here we go. Here we go, ladies and gents. Karl and his lies. Karl and his copes spelled with a K. Here we go. Here we go. Bing. Bing, 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 bing.
So listen to this. I'm curious if this is what actually happened that Friday night after WATP.
I said, yeah, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. He looked like he had...
Listen to that. Now it's turning into, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about the...
It's what I said from the fucking beginning, Karl. How many times can I fucking say it?
Her story's changing.
Oh, is that why you had tears in your eyes?
Yeah, listen to this. This
Didn't
is great.
change. And I said, yeah, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. He looked like he had, I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Kevin, he looked, he had like tears in his eye. I'm like, dude, it was a good show. I had a blast. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. He looked like, it's not tears in his eyes. That is where I exaggerated. But he looked forlorn, like glossy-eyed when he saw. I was standing there for a bit, and I was like, gonna sit down next to him because I just had to talk. I just wanted to talk to him. And then, yes. So was he like welled up with tears? Did he have tears in his eyes? No, but it looked like somebody who could cry. I'll give you that, Karl. All right. That's the only time I exaggerated. But if you recall, rewind, I said at the beginning of this, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. Story's not changing. It ain't changed. As he said, I know you're going to go tell Kevin Brennan about all of this.
What fantasy is she living? What world is she living in?
What fantasy are you living in?
I hope she's making it up. I hope this is not how she perceives reality.
Yeah, either way, it sucks.
Either way, it sucks. But if she perceives reality, like I had tears in my eyes afterwards. I was like, oh my God, if you go to Kevin Brennan with this story, and let's say this is true, this makes her the most awful friend ever.
Yeah.
Let's pretend that I was.
Okay, there it is. You did say it. You said, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. This is his hurt. He's feeling so sad. But you already said you weren't my friend, and I thought you told me. I sat down, said, hey, Karl, and you said, why would I talk to you? It didn't happen. I sat down. I said, hey, buddy, you said, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this, which is hilarious to me. And why would I be a friend to you? You don't seem to be a very good friend to me. Right? Your Lord and Savior, Patty Melty. Sorry, your show. You were insecure about your show. Sorry. Yay, new member. We love a new member. 1 trillion Kiki bucks for you. Whee! I love it.
Wow.
God. So he's saying, like, what was it again? Let's see what he says. You're a terrible friend. Okay, so that's his
Seems reality. Like I had tears in my eyes afterwards. I was like, oh my God, if you go to Kevin Brennan with this story, and let's say this is true, this makes her the most awful friend ever.
Yeah.
Let's pretend that I was tears in my eyes.
That's what I mean. Either way.
The one thing I don't want you to do is tell Kevin Brennan about this. The next time she's on the show, you're like, oh my God, listen to this. Karl's crying.
Okay, not crying, but you were very glossy-eyed, very misty-eyed. And you did bring up Kevin Brennan and say, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this, which I'm sorry. How could I not? Come on. Okay, did that make me the worst friend ever? Or I thought I wasn't your friend. I thought I sat down next to you and you said, why would I talk to you? Had you said that, I probably would have gotten up and like, okay. I didn't realize it was like that, but you didn't. Metal Lives, $2. FMK, Aaron Dimholt, Patrick Melton, Nigger K. This is an unanswerable question, but I'll answer it. Jesus. Well, you got to marry Aaron, obviously. But which one of these do you put out of their misery? Oh. You know what? Nick may have some hope, hopefully. And he has children. So I guess you got to bone him. And Patty, he has nothing to live for. Also, due to the scary fatness, he might not have that. He might not be much longer for the world anyway. So actually, that was easier than I thought. Cool. my sentiments. Exactly. Right. Because how much longer could he live with that weight on him? Also, he's a freak. Yeah. So. Also, who wants to live like as a closeted gay man if he can't come out with it, you know?
Telling me not to do the exact thing I'm doing right now. But I'm friends with him, and his wife's lovely. She kept saying that over and over again. Fuck off.
Do you remember when Joey C was on John's show, and John was so drunk, And Joey C just realized when he does this kind of durr thing, John laughs. So it was like, I'm getting him. So he just keeps going back to that to the point where Joey was really not painting himself very well and coming off well. But John was
Okay, Adam. What are you comparing me to? Like, weren't you like, okay, you were on Buffy. You like to like study us or whatever. I had like a really nice conversation with you too, asshole. What are you comparing us to? Like, I don't even fucking know. You're making no sense. Is this what your life has become? Joey C? I've not watched one moment of that man. Okay? You've got to get a grip.
just laughing and laughing. I mean, that's what this is. As soon as he's so comfortable being like, what? And not laughing and being mean, that when he starts smiling and laughing, she's just feeding him whatever he wants. Remember that great clip of him and Kate where he's like, you think John's nice? And she's like, yeah, John's fine, just fine. No, he's not. He's a loser. She's like, fine, he's a loser. He's a loser. Like, yeah, that's a quieter version of the same thing. He's just bullying her to get her to say whatever he wants.
Yeah, and she's very malleable.
Yes.
She's very easily manipulated.
Eager
as
and
we've
happy.
seen. Yes, as we've seen many times.
How?
So this just gets dumber and dumber the more she talks.
Well, also, I wouldn't have said how. I stood my ground with all you freaks. Hi, Eugene.
Hey, gorgeous.
Camille.
Mine.
We're having fun.
I was listening. Baby, I literally caught most of your show on double time looking for parking. Hey, Petunia.
Oh, Petunia.
I just happened to check. It's cute. And now I have to, nothing now, but I gotta get up and move my car again at 8:30, but I got a spot.
I watched your show. I only called you twice because I guess I was on delay. The internet went out.
We had 90 things going on. It was great.
No, and then I was calling to be cute and be like, could you fucking end your show so I could start
Sorry
my
about
show,
that.
please?
You've been getting it. It's cute, baby.
Oh.
Did you want some?
It's cute. Yeah, she's been banging around the pots and pans. Again, clip guy in hot water guy, I'm so sorry. This will be so fucking hard for you to clip, but it's worth it. And we love you. Shut up, Adam. Where was I? Said anything. I was like, good show, man. I sat down with him to like be nice to him, not to be like, I was. Kevin Brennan's gonna laugh about this. No, he said it. He brought you up. So, Kevin, I don't know what you did to him, but
All I said was, yeah, no, I don't trust you. Or you read my private text to Kevin Brennan.
lie, lie, lie. Again, he lies. Somebody tell me how many times he's fucking lied. It never happened, Karl. That is not what was said. If it was what was said, I would have said it over and over again. If you said anything other than like, oh, thanks, Keanu, thanks for being there. If you brought up any drama, of course I'm gonna say it because fuck you. Okay. You didn't say that. That would have been a better story. You didn't say it, you little fucking maggot. You didn't say it. Lie, lie, lie. So good. I'm glad. You know what? Off my chest, off my water off a duck's back. It's a weight lifted off of me. I don't have to pretend that you're like a good dude. You ain't. Your wife's nice. Lucy's nice. I even thought Adam was pretty fucking nice. But obviously he's a freak too. So I didn't sit down next to you to be like, oh, let's see what I can get out of Karl. You offered that sentence up to me. Okay. You offered. I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. how it was a disaster and it was poorly sold. I know what you're going to do. You didn't say, you're changing your story. Why would I trust you? I don't want to talk to you. Shut up. You didn't say it. It didn't happen. Or else I would have taken a mental note of it and told Kevin Brennan. You stupid, silly man.
And she goes, "Oh, come on. That was funny." That's literally her response. "Oh, come on." Goes, "Oh, come on. I
don't know what you did to him, but
all I said was, "Yeah, no, I don't trust you." Or you read my private text to Kevin Brennan.
didn't happen.
And she goes, "Oh, come on. That was funny."
Eventually in the conversation, he did, no, not all I said was, he did say, go ahead.
So he said he sat next to you and said, "Why would I?"
No, I sat down next to him and he said that he said to me, "Why would I talk to you?"
He would never say that to either of us.
He would never.
I mean that half as a compliment, half as he would never say that.
And if he had, I would have been uncomfortable and stood up. Eventually, then we talked about the Rich thing a little bit, and then he said to me, what now he's getting to is that what did he say? Shit, I just lost it. But good point. Hang on.
He wouldn't.
Private text to Kevin Brennan.
Oh, you
and
read
she goes, "Oh, come on. That was funny."
He
That's
did
literally her
bring up.
response.
He
"Oh,
did.
come on. That was really funny when I read that private."
He did bring up. Okay, here it is. He did bring up. Yeah, you read my text to Kevin Brennan, and I went, "Well, come on. It was a very funny text message." And then I said, like I've been saying, you have a festival of incels where you read everyone's text messages. You sit on a show with Patrick Melton like you do all day. I was being very lighthearted about it. I'm like, are you kidding? You're really upset about that? That was the only time he was a little bit sassy with me. And I didn't even think twice about it. So that is the only thing that he's saying of the conversation that he did say, which is you read they're not private text messages. They're just text messages. You show them all the time. It's a conversation that you had with somebody and you show them on a screen, which is exactly what I fucking said. You do. They were fucking ridiculous, stupid, and silly, hilarious text messages that, of course, I read to Kevin Brennan after what? 3 hours of Patrick Melton, you sitting there nodding, smiling, of him shitting on me?
Yeah.
I said, yeah, they were funny text messages. I read them again, I say. You sent them May 26th. It does say Karl's lies on there. You sent them May 26th. I read them on August 3rd. After what, Karl? You sit there after acting like you're my friend.
You are his friend, but
no, he's not. He's not.
Super chats are more his friend.
No,
and you sell your soul, and you said it perfectly. I'm listening. It's like he said, don't Google butthole pictures; don't exist. But he sits there and he knows it's wrong, and he
doesn't do anything.
It's uncomfortable. Even maybe I'm giving myself too much credit, but even when someone will put my talking head saying some ridiculous shit about you, you can see how uncomfortable he is because he's like, how far have I let my fucking soul fucking slip away from me for fucking colorful super chats? And he would never sit next to you. So he would never sit next to you in real life and say, why would I talk to you? Because in real life, Karl's a good person. But in these boxes, he's become a soulless, money-seeking, super tip-wanting, sellout piece of shit.
Thank you.
That's the fact.
Very well put.
And by the way, you can't even say her butthole pictures. If he's a friend of yours, no, she mentioned that one time in the intro. No, it's like, because he's a soulless fuck when he's on screen. He's a good person in real life, but he knows, I'll say it again, he's become a soulless fuck for super tips on screen.
Yeah.
And that is why, I'll say one last thing and let you go. When fucking you were on This Little Piggy, and he was sitting there with Nick Rekieta, he kept his mouth fucking shut because he damn well wanted to keep the momentum for the next week when the money was all his. The fucking Jew. I had to sneak the last one in.
That was good. I don't co-sign the Jew part, but there you go.
That's simple.
I
He gets a shit ton of super tips because my friend Karl deserves money.
You get the exact same thing with me in person as you do in a fucking podcast and on a box. Okay. Right? Us. Gino as well. That's why I thought it would be appropriate to sit down next to him and talk to him. And now he wants to say, like, why would I trust you? I don't want to talk to you. It didn't fucking happen. I was shocked and obviously, I mean, a little bit tickled by him saying, like, meh, you're going to tell Kevin Brennan all about this. And then we had a little bit of a conversation about the Rich Voss thing. And then he goes, and then he did bring up the, which is this part of it. Sorry, Gino. That was probably the best part.
Trust you. You read my private text to Kevin Brennan.
Yeah.
And she goes, oh, come on. That was funny.
Yes.
That's literally her response.
That's very true.
Oh, come on. That was really funny when I read.
That was true. So when did that happen? That was true. And I was like, come on, that was funny. You are the person. You guys don't give a shit what you read, what you say, what you do. You have festivals about people that where you play private phone calls. So come on. That's what I said. Give me a break, Karl. That was funny. It was funny in that text message where you brought up Kevin Brennan calls me club-footed and calls my wife my mom. And you know what? I had enough. I had enough of you sitting there silent while Patrick fucking Melton says not only violent things about me, all of his fans do as well, but fucking the goddamn look up Keanu Thompson's butthole over and over and over again, which none of you would know about if I didn't fucking tell you about it. And you won't find online. You are fucking wrong, Karl. So yes, I went, that was funny. And it was funny. Get a grip on yourself. So yes. See, I'm open and honest. That part of the conversation did happen where I went, oh yeah, that was funny. But it was certainly not because Karl would never say it. First of all, he's too much of a pussy too. Number two, he was so insecure and reeling from how he thought his show went. I did not sit down next to him and go, hey, Karl. And he went, why would I talk to you? It didn't happen. I said, hey, buddy. He said, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this, about my show being a disaster and how it was poorly sold. And then the conversation progressed. And then eventually, yeah, I went, yeah, okay. Well, that was funny. And it was. Get over it. Get over it. Thanks, Eugene. It's pretty good.
That private text and totally misinterpreted what you said.
Private text.
I was like, okay, well, that's great. We're done here.
Misinterpreted? How? Also, what's the difference between a text message that you can play on a screen at Hackamania and what's a private text message? No.
And I got up and walked somewhere else. That was over. And then she came and had dinner with me the next night, sat right next to me, took a selfie, put it on Twitter. So
another lie. There it goes. He said the words, she came and had dinner with me the next night. Sat right next to me. Lie, lie, lie. Okay. I was streaming till I went back and I was streaming at like 8:30 in the morning. So I took the day off. You wouldn't see me on the I think it was Saturday. Yeah, Saturday stream. Also, I had the show later. So I took a nap. I skipped half of dinner, by the way. I walk into dinner and there is, first person I see is little worm Adam Bush going, So I walk in. I sat next to my husband, and I sat right next to my husband who had a seat for me. I didn't even eat dinner. I just like sat there next to my husband. Then one seat over was one other person. Then there was Jenny Jingles. Then there was Karl. Then there was Adam. And next to me was I believe Mikey Cuffs. Okay. That's where I sat. I sat right next to you and ate dinner with you. It didn't happen. It literally didn't happen. And yes, I spoke to you guys. You were all at the table, but you act as if like I was like following you around and speaking with you. I didn't. And then I stood up. I'll show you the photo. I stood up and went, let's take a picture together. Because at that point I was like, oh, we've all been having a really good time here. Blah, blah, blah. Like, shut up. You're ridiculous. I had to stand up to take a picture with you guys. You're ridiculous, Karl. And I hate to do this to you, but I have to call you out on your lies. Like, oh, you're ridiculous. Yeah. Right. Here's the dinner he's speaking of. I did not in any capacity. Here it goes. Yep, that picture. Right. Look how happy. And you know what he said to me? Send that to me. Send me that picture. Okay, and yes, also I had her and this was where Eugene was sitting. She was on the other side. Adam was on the other side of her. And then Eugene was here. Then there was, oh no, Eugene was on the side. Then Mikey Cuffs. So yeah, I did not sit right next to you, Karl. Why would I do that? I sat next to my husband, okay? And then you said, send that to me. So shut up. I thought we were still friends at that point. All right? Grow up. Grow up. Absolutely fucking ridiculous. Yeah, I sat next to you. Okay. Why would I do such a thing? Just to troll you? I didn't realize until afterward how you felt. I thought it was funny. Yes, I thought it was funny that you were so insecure and sad about your own show. And yeah, sorry. I'm going to tell Kevin Brennan what you said because you told me. I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. You're not a big man. You are an insecure little maggot. And you did not say to me, if anybody said to me, why would I talk to you? My nature would be to get up and be like, okay, never speak to that person again, not take a selfie with them, not. I sat down with them after the comedy show too. And like I hugged him and Jenny Jingles goodbye. So did Gino. But this is what he has to do. This is what he has to do to please, I guess, his Lord and Savior, Patrick Melton.
Yep.
It is, right? It is. This is what he has to do. So it's very sad. I know. And also, yeah, he's in his feelings because Anthony had better things to do and couldn't be a part of his little Steel Toe podcast live in the Catskills where no one gave a fuck. Okay. So
well, this whole thing is manufactured and fake, and it's not coming from my head.
What?
This is where I have to play Melton's clip because the clipper who pulled this, Missouri Loves Clips, didn't have this part in it. But this is where things get very funny, where, you know, Kiki's just so spun up. She's just making shit up and just reaching at this point.
She has a good time. She's saying karaoke. She's a doll.
That's my wife. This is Keanu being like, see, we're still friends.
Yeah. So Karl's nice too. I don't hate Karl.
Karl's a weird dude. He's a weird dude.
He's a nervous wreck, I think.
He is.
And maybe it is because of this. I don't know.
Imagine thinking Karl's a nervous wreck.
That was the funniest thing I heard when I was watching
I'm sorry. You having like glassy eyes and me sitting down next to you, and the first words you say to me are, I know you're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this, leads me to believe that you are a nervous wreck. I'm sorry, Karl. It's just what happened. It's just what happened. I'm sorry. It's really not my it's not my fault, and I feel sorry for you. Oh, and now we're gonna go through the here we go. Now he has to go through this part.
Patrick's show, and I heard Keanu say I was a nervous wreck. It's like
I'm a nervous wreck.
That's amazing. It's amazing they got to that point. This took.
You know, when somebody's telling the truth, it's like, yeah. Keanu said I was a nervous wreck. Yeah. A nervous wreck. Yeah, it's crazy. That's Rich, right? I'm such a nervous wreck. I hate myself. I'm nervous. You're going to tell Kevin Brennan about this. I know it. That is nervous wreck behavior. Yeah. Nervous wreck I am. So I'm not nervous. I'm a nervous wreck. Oh, Kiki. What are you doing to her? I'm not a nervous wreck. That's wild. That's crazy. No. Okay.
Took like an hour and plus and some change for Keanu to get there, but eventually it turned into I was crying and I'm a nervous.
I didn't say you were crying. I said,
I'm sorry. These guys are idiots.
It doesn't work out the way he thought he was going to work out. He gets all panicky. Don't tell Kevin Brennan.
Yeah. All right. I'm like, dude, I just sat down with you to say that it was like good. Like we enjoyed ourselves. No, you're going to tell Kevin Brennan. Like, again, look, I just said it a fucking again. I think we're done with this because they're going to get. All right. Well, you know what? I may as well just here.
The way that this conversation has gone, it's so convoluted and silly.
It's so crazy. Yeah.
At this point, you're crying and you're crawling after her. Please, Keanu, please, Keanu.
Yes.
She's like, you're embarrassing yourself, Karl. Please get yourself together.
She's telling Kevin everything he wants to hear. And then it gets somebody in the chat talks about how I'm an abortion guy.
Oh, well, that's true.
That's something that everyone knows about. And Kevin's blown away by this fact. And so again, I have to watch this through Patrick's channel. So it's going to be a little.
So now this is something silly. Skittles break. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but obviously I don't give two fucks about. I'm not. Nobody is pro-abortion. You're either pro-life or pro-choice. I'm a pro-choice gal. I don't care what happened to Karl in his youth, where his girlfriend got an abortion and he didn't have anything to do with it. And I'm like, I didn't think twice about that. Somebody said something about it in the chat. There's nothing wrong with that. To me, nothing wrong at all. Where I went wrong here is, I guess, I didn't know the full story because I can't possibly watch every single thing all of you say. But abortion to me, I'm like, whatever. Okay, you were young. What's the issue here? But he's gonna be like, oh, look, this is how Kiki lies. She said I paid for the abortion. I'm like, no, I just didn't know the full story. I'm like, that's, you know what? You were in your early 20s or whatever. Who cares? I said here, I'm like, oh yeah, it's like something to do with, like, I guess Karl and his girlfriend in his early 20s, they had an abortion, he paid for it. That means literally nothing to me. Abortion is a horrible thing to have happened, but I don't know why he's coping with this. Okay, so here it goes.
Weird because Patrick's focused on Dave Sarah and what's going on with him, but you'll hear the context. I think this is important to note because not only is, Keanu trying to please Kevin with this fake story about our interaction at the Villa Roma, but then when asked questions about me, she doesn't know the answer to, she just makes shit up. Just because she wants to be in the know. She wants to please KB.
Abortions or something. I don't know.
Wait, when has Karl talked about he had an abortion?
Months ago.
Somebody found out for some reason that Karl with an ex of his, like, I don't know, 100 years ago, had an abortion.
We gotta get her on. I don't want. I've had no interest in Jim Stansel coming on, but Karl's ex-girlfriend who had an abortion, she's welcome anytime.
How about the aborted baby? Maybe MKE could pray to it.
Did Dave Sarah just take his headphones off to text somebody?
All right.
I'll pay them both.
You don't know this?
He's on the phone. He did say he was texting his Coke dealer.
Breaking news.
It's not breaking news.
No, it's like breaking news for this show. I've never heard any of it.
He's had when he was like maybe in his early 20s or whatever, he had an abortion with a girlfriend or something.
I'm sure Karl made this up, so get off the trail of the Karl's gay.
With his fucking, oh my God, are you crazy? Right. It's like a non-thing. It was like a throwaway thing. Who cares? Who cares? It happens. But then Kevin says the thing. Like, if you're so worried about like Kevin being like, well, no, he just made this up, so it's like he impregnated a girl so he wouldn't be gay. Like, that's just Kevin. It's like, why even bring this up? Like, I'm sitting there lying. All I know is I heard a story about you with a ex-girlfriend in your early 20s and you guys had an abortion. Oh, well, who cares? It happens. Never had an abortion, but I sorry. It happens. It should, it's not something that you should be like ashamed of or whatever. Like, shut up.
Is there proof? Any receipts, as Gina would say?
Yeah, they have the aborted fetus, like on a.
No, I just need somebody paying for the abortion on a credit card or like American Express.
Yeah, I think he paid for it or whatever. It's not that crazy.
Can anybody tell what this is?
Okay. So I've told this story. It came up because of a voicemail many, many years ago. But when I was in high school, my high school girlfriend had a condom break, and my high school girlfriend got pregnant, and she had an abortion. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't have money back then.
Okay. So I misspoke because I didn't really know they it was a super chat that came in, and I said, I don't know. Yeah. Did he when asked, did he pay for it? I just assumed Karl's a good guy or whatever. Okay. So he said when he was in high school. I'm sorry, Karl. I'm sorry. That doesn't make me a liar about what you said to me when I sat down with you at the bar. Okay. I only heard like a little bit of that story. That doesn't shock me. Shit happens. Okay. It was in high school, but he wants to use this as proof that I just lie about things. I'm like, no, did I sound like I knew exactly what happened? He went, did he pay for it? I went, I don't know, I guess, because I assume it was in your early 20s. I didn't know the entire story. It really didn't need to be a segment of your show. You really could have let that go. It's not proof that I'm lying. It's proof that you're insecure about not only the fact that, I don't know, the abortion thing, which don't be, but you're insecure about the show at Villa Roma. Like, I'm sorry. You are. And my story has never changed. Yours did 1,000 times. So
it was a decision between her and her parents. And so this was all taken care of. I didn't pay for it. It was
so
done.
what?
And,
Who cares?
Saying it. And Keanu, just because she wants to please Kevin, just like, yeah, I think he was in his 20s and he paid for it. Like, Kenny, you don't just make up stories.
That's not me. I said, I think maybe it was in his early 20s. I can only watch so much. Okay. That is completely fucking different than a conversation you and I sat down and had, and me hearing half of a clip about you and your abortion story. which I wasn't all together up on. I didn't go on Kevin's show and say, did you hear Karl? When he was in high school, got a girl pregnant and had an abortion? No. Somebody super chatted it in. And then I went, yeah, I don't know, when he was in his early 20s, he had an abortion. Kevin's like, he couldn't have. He's making it up because he's gay. I'm like, no, I don't know. He's like, did he pay for it? I'm like, probably. That's it. This is nothing. Look at Adam's face. Look at Karl's face. And this guy hasn't said anything in years. Totally fucking different than you and I sitting there and having a conversation. Me never changing the story about what you said. And me trying to react to a super chat where I went, yeah, I guess, when in his youth, he had one of the youths had an abortion, whatever. Who cares? Oh, good job, Karl.
I mean, that's all she does, make up stories about. What am I talking about? I guess that's her thing now.
Amazingly, Kevin's like, are there any receipts? And he means receipts.
Yeah, he actually was looking for a credit card slip.
He is so money centric.
Right. Is there a carbon copy pig slip that I can look at?
Right.
Because back then, that might have been the case. It was a long time.
So Karl thinks that makes my little knowledge of the situation, because why would I know that? I only heard it. He said this is something that came out or whatever, which I don't give a fuck about. And having little knowledge of that situation, that negates what the conversation him and I had at the Villa Roma. It doesn't. You're a liar. You are lying. You sad, sad little man. No, now I'm making you all smoke. All right. Well, so I don't know how many gongs we got because it was about 1,000 of them of Karl's lies. Karl, I hate to say it, but you're dismissed. You are dismissed. I just thought you were a nice dude. And you know what? And I hate to say Kevin was right. I hate to say it, but you're too concerned with pleasing your Lord and Savior, Patty Melty. And this took 2 hours and 16 minutes with your stupid lies. And I apologize to our clip guy. I was going to even get to, the rest of the gals today, but let's just do something fun. I was going to get to Big Red. I was going to get to Patty Melty, but I think we need a palate cleanser. Oh my God. No, I can't talk about this. I know they're on the thumbnail, but you know what? I'll save it for another day. God. The rest of the people that are serious as a fucking heart attack. I can't. What do you think, Eugene?
What do I think about what?
I think I said what needed to be said. And instead of belaboring more on these people, they're going to give me brain rot, these people that lie and are awful. Let me check my email. Let's watch a palate cleanser. I was going to do ooh. Aaron James always sends me the best videos. I think I watched some of this. Should we watch some people falling down? Or the other plan I had, because I'm going to skip over, I hate to disappoint you. I'm going to skip over Patty Melty. I'll save it for another day. I'm going to skip over Big Red. I'll save it for another day because the stuff with Karl just needed to be said. The other thing on my list was I really love watching these Vogue 73 questions with people and commenting on them because it's absolutely ridiculous. Let's try one of those, okay? We need a palate cleanser. How about that? We'll do one of those, then we'll do a funny video, then we'll call it a day, right? Because I can't do it with these people anymore. La, 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 la. Oh, Karl, we're sorry for you. We are sorry you are so insecure. The insecurity eats away at your soul, and you are club-footed. Da-da-dee-dee-dee. Bing, 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 bing. All right, a quick break. We get to 3 hours. All right, quick break. Don't ever get implants. I wasn't going to. I had no thought to do such a thing. You know what, Carrie? It's so funny. I was going to do DTI tonight, maybe. So I won't do it now because that took 2 hours. Listen, all right. I guess I drag things out, but I have to hammer in a point. DTI. Dress to Impress, it's called. All right, we'll get to 3 hours. Let me pee. And then I think we're going to take a look at, we got to watch Gwyneth Paltrow doing 73 questions because it's just kind of bizarre and unbelievable, which we love. Okay. Let me play a little video for you. In the meantime. Ba 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 doo. Bing 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 bing. Bing 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 bing. Whee! That's not the video. Just a fun Eugene breaks everything video. Oh, come on. Where's Miranda Priestley? Oh, here, watch this.
Where are the belts for this dress? Why is no one ready?
Here. It's a tough call. They're so different.
Something funny?
No, nothing's, it's just both those belts look exactly the same to me. I'm still learning about this stuff and,
This stuff? Oh, okay. I see. You think this has nothing to do with you. You go to your closet and you select, I don't know, that lumpy blue sweater, for instance, because you're trying to tell the world that you take yourself too seriously to care about what you put on your back. But what you don't know is that sweater is not just blue. It's not turquoise. It's not lapis. It's actually cerulean. And you're also blithely unaware of the fact that in 2002, Oscar de la Renta did a collection of cerulean gowns. And then I think it was Yves Saint Laurent, wasn't it, who showed cerulean military jackets? I think we need a jacket here. And then cerulean quickly showed up in the collections of 8 different designers. And then it filtered down through the department stores and then trickled on down into some tragic casual corner where you no doubt fished it out of some clearance bin. However, that blue represents millions of dollars and countless jobs. And it's sort of comical how you think that you've made a choice that exempts you from the fashion industry when in fact you're wearing a sweater that was selected for you by the people in this room. from a pile of stuff.
No, nothing. It's not even over yet. Yeah, look, it timed out perfectly. Wait, we're back. We're back. All right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to give Karl. You know, I can't help but love Pod Awful. He cracks me up. He just cracks me up. I'm gonna have to watch his program from tonight. Yes, Carrie, you gotta play DTI with us once again. All right, kids. No more drama. No more drama. Because yeah, of course I was gonna go through the people that are on the thumbnail, but I'm gonna save it for another night because it exhausts me to put these people in their place. I'm exhausted of it. And fuck Karl. All right. You're no friend of mine. You're an insecure, in summation, you're an insecure little maggot liar. All right. How many gongs did we have? He lied. He lied. He lied over and over and over again. And I don't know if that makes what he said is just so not the conversation that we had. My story never changed. Do I need to start wearing a wire around people? Do I? No, would never do that. It's an obvious joke. So, Big Red and Fatty Melty, you're off the hook for today. For today. Let's do a palate cleanser. Ding, 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 ding. All right. These are some of my favorite videos to watch. I love AD house tour videos because people act so strange. I thought about doing one of those, but this Vogue 73 questions is also very fun because Gwyneth Paltrow, I don't care. I like Gwyneth Paltrow. I love her. Her mother is Blythe Danner. She is so not in this world. I just think. What's that?
She was on Columbo.
Blythe or Gwyneth?
Both, because
she was pregnant with
Blythe
Gwyneth.
Danner was in the one I was making you watch with the opera guy, and she plays tennis and she sang it with Columbo. And she said in an interview, Gwyneth Paltrow, she's like, my mother was like 3 months pregnant, so I was it's cute.
Ooh, no. Oh, I moved all the cords. Look.
I love it. Yeah, and yet I managed the trip.
Sorry, just get used to it. Cause look. Did you see what I did?
What?
Look how all the cords are through the hole in the.
Oh,
God. Gwyneth the boss itself put these small candles. She's cool. I agree. She is cool, but she's so otherworldly. I like Gwen. I like Gwen a lot. Okay. But all of these Vogue 73 questions are so strange to me. Just like the Architectural Digest videos of these people giving tours of their home. Maybe we'll do one of those too. But let's look at Gwyneth Paltrow 73 questions. Okay. It's about a year old, but it's a good one to start on because she does not live in our world. She lives on Mars. She lives on Jupiter. She lives on the planet Goop. Okay. And it just cracks me up. Okay, let's see. It's a palate cleanser. It's for fun. Oh my God. And if you've never watched one of these, basically Vogue comes to your house, and believe me, I would love to be in the space where Vogue comes to my house and asks me 73 questions. I would love that I had no idea about. I think they know the questions. And they follow them around their, like, you know, beautiful, gorgeous mansions. But Gwyneth, okay, just we'll watch and I'll comment on it. All right, here we go. Oh, Gwen. Oh, Gwen.
This is gorgeous. Gwyneth!
Hey!
Oh my gosh, I'm so excited for this.
You made it.
I made it.
They all start out like this, but this one is particularly bizarre because this gives off. Do you remember when Marie Antoinette used to? Well, obviously we don't remember, but I learned from the movie Marie Antoinette. She used to, like, she had a country home where she would pretend to be a peasant. That's the vibe this gives off. So the interviewer walks in to her like little farm that she has. And of course, she looks good in a floor length sort of like farmhouse gown. Hey, Gwyneth. She's like, hey, I was just watering my bib lettuce. Do they not know how they come up? Is it a porn? Is this Cribs? You know what? Architectural Digest, that's more of the Cribs thing. This is more of but sort of. So let's see.
Especially in time for summer in the Hamptons. We're finally together. Thank you for making the time to do so.
Okay, so this is her Hamptons home. All right.
73 questions.
Thank you, and welcome to my garden.
Thank you so much. Welcome to me. And you have a beautiful garden indeed. What are you growing in this garden?
Oh my goodness, we have all kinds of lettuces. We have some tomatoes that are starting to come up over here. They're still a number of weeks away. We have some beautiful cucumbers and squash and basil and sage and herbs.
Oh, Gwyneth. How fecund. Look at her. Look at her go. Who looks good in this type of dress? Can you imagine? Only Gwyneth. Only Gwyneth. I'm not shitting on her. I'm just Gwyneth, you angel. Look at her. She's like, we have some tomatoes about to, and also like, oh, you just caught me in my garden. That goddamn fucking basket she's carrying to collect the lettuces is probably made by Prada. Gwyneth. De Niro is gonna pop out from the water. My lettuces. My lettuces.
In abundance.
It's so lush and looks great. What is a go-to recipe that you're excited about?
Well, lately I've been using all this gorgeous lettuce. So lots of salads with delicious proteins and really cooking from the land.
Delicious. What's a recipe that you've gotten asked about more than any other recipe?
A lot about my boyfriend breakfasts.
And other than yours, whose recipes just work out beautifully for you?
I'm going to say Ina Garden.
Okay. Now, besides wheatgrass shots...
Ina Garden. Don't get me started on Ina Garden. Barefoot Contessa. She is Shrek in a dress in the Hamptons. And she mistreats her. Ina Garden. It is a long time of. I love the Food Network, and Ina Garden is a monster. Barefoot Contessa, bare ass Contessa. She's a sweaty monster in a dress, mistreating her husband Jeffrey in the Hamptons. She's like, yeah, just go buy She's like, yeah, well, you're going to want to go and buy the $45 per ounce cheese because if you ask me, that's the only kind of cheese Jeffrey will eat. Shut up about Ina. Do you guys know? Oh, Ina Garden is next on my list.
What other health foods did your mom introduce to you when you were little?
Kind of healthier soda and vitamin C supplements.
Super healthy. Now, I may not have wheatgrass shots, but I did bring you some of these.
Aww.
Yeah, here you go.
Thank you.
This can add to the whole decor of where we are right now.
That is so nice.
I'm glad you like it.
I love flowers.
Yeah, I decided to go with ranunculus.
Why don't you grow any in your garden then? I don't see any flowers. I don't think you take care of this garden. I love her.
Because I've never heard of them before.
I got something for you. Come on.
Okay. What's your biggest vice?
My one alcoholic drink a week.
What's your biggest virtue?
Everything else.
What's one thing that really annoys you?
Incompetence.
Inconfidence? Imagine if she was like incontinence. I hate when people shit themselves. Inconfidence? Yeah, okay, we can't all be you, Gwyneth.
Did she say inconfident?
Inconfidence. I don't even think that's a word.
This incompetence, she should be very unconfident about her knowledge of English.
Yeah, I don't think that's a word.
Incompetence is 2 words. It means secret. Remember when Karl
Inconfident.
Incompetence said, "Why would I talk to you?" Oh no, he was lying.
Oh, hi Kiki. I'm telling you this in confidence. Don't you tell Kevin Brennan about this. It didn't happen. He's lying. This is why I have to wear a wire. Inconfidence isn't a word. Lack of self-confidence. I'm going to go ahead and say, she did say in confidence. Right?
What's your biggest virtue?
Everything else.
What's one thing that really annoys you?
Incompetence.
What's something you used to do?
No, she did say that. Inconfident. Or lack of self-confidence. Why does it annoy you? Also, what a ridiculous thing for Gwyneth Paltrow to say. So say she was saying when people are lack self-confidence. You're Gwyneth Paltrow. Maybe people aren't that confident talking to you. Maybe she meant incontinence. Incontinentness. When people shit themselves. I'm going to go with that.
That makes you cringe now.
Sing in public. After you.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
And what's something you don't do that you wished you did more of?
Sing in public.
And what is your number one hosting tip?
Sing in public. Okay. It embarrasses her because there was she did sing at she sang at the Grammys once. And this is actress Gwyneth Paltrow. And so many people at the Grammys want to be on that stage. And Gwyneth Paltrow sang there. Look it up. It was bizarre. All right. It was bizarre. Don't invite in comments. The funny thing is they're always different. But I know you guys give me 73 questions. And I would love to do this. Gino, maybe we'll do one like touring our home and you write 73 questions for me and we'll call it like Vogue.
Number one hosting tip is always have a beautiful cheese board.
What piece of jewelry from your family is most special to you?
Probably the engagement ring that my father gave my mother and then she gave to me.
Beautiful. What's one fashion trend that you find absolutely baffling.
I'm not really into big bell bottoms or fringe.
Thank God I left my bell bottoms and fringe at home. What's your favorite curse word?
Favorite curse word? Fuck ass.
Favorite Coldplay song?
Life is for living.
Fuck ass. Fuck ass. What's my favorite curse word? I think it's bitch. What self-respecting home lacks a cheese board? You gotta have a cheese board, but you know, cheeses are expensive. It's very true.
Can you sing a little bit of it?
But life is for living, we all know. And I ain't gonna learn. I don't remember the words.
Oh, what a beautiful voice. That was incredible. And what a beautiful Academy Award.
My doorstop. It worked.
All right.
That was incredible. And
I don't remember the words.
oh, what a beautiful voice. That was incredible. And
So she has a just to make her seem, first of all, bare feet. Okay. We get it, Gwen, founder of Goop, who looks good in like a ankle length dress in her very, obviously not tended to by you garden. Did you need to put your Oscar as a doorstop? I don't think that stays there. Oh, I love your doorstop. We get it, Gwen. This is very Marie Antoinette wants to live in the country house and milk the cows. Stop it. Just say, I'm a fucking badass bitch, all right? I'm extremely wealthy. This is one of my homes. You don't need to. You know how many people, listen, you know how many people wanted to sing at the Grammys? And you sang there for what reason? We don't know. You know how many people would cherish that Oscar? And you're going to pretend like you use it as a doorstop at your barn? Gwen. Very Marie Antoinette with you. Very let them eat cake. Please. You need my bare feet. Her feet aren't even dirty. She was in the yard. Oh, hey, you caught me gardening. Stop it. Yeah. What'd she win that for? I believe it was Shakespeare in Love. All right, Blythe Danner's daughter.
what a beautiful Academy Award.
My doorstop. It works perfectly.
Now, you met Brad on the set of Glee. Were you nervous to sing in front of him?
No, because we were just acquaintances then, so it was very professional.
Very professional. Can you give me 3 super specific tips for maintaining the best skin?
Exfoliation, hydration, and nutrition.
Oh, great. Wow, look at this. You are just treating me right now.
Come on over here.
Oh, this is beautiful.
I just got to grab something.
You got it. Look at this view. Gwyneth, I mean, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much are you enjoying this?
25.
Okay.
Goes off the charts.
Thank you.
All right, we got a spread here too?
We do. Would you like anything?
Oh, she already mentioned the cheese board, and there it is. Ina Garden. I hope they do a 73 questions with Bear Ask and Tessa someday.
Carrots.
I won't make it so fast. I'll make it normal.
I may help myself to some of this. Let's do it. I'm going to go grab some of this carrots from here. So, Gwyneth, I wanted to ask about your mom, the one and only Blythe Danner. What's the best beauty advice that she ever gave you?
Probably to keep it simple.
What's the most valuable thing that you've learned from your parents' marriage?
Stick it out.
What has been the biggest surprise about motherhood?
Stick it out. Correct me if she's divorced from the singer of Coldplay. What is she saying there? You're divorced, Gwen.
How much love there is in this thing.
And what advice did your dad give you that you still
Never
live by?
Good job.
To always tell the truth.
We got a baby bird chirping in the background now.
That's Amagansett for you.
This is so bucolic. Now, I know that you took an incredibly touching trip with your father to Paris when you were just 10 years old. What do you remember most fondly about that time?
That he said he wanted me to see Paris for the first time with a man who would always love me no matter what.
That's really sweet. Now, have you created any special tradition with your daughter or son as a tribute to that?
Yeah, in fact,
I don't know. We got to look it up now. She was with Brad. We got to look. Gwyneth Paltrow. Her bing bing. Career, personal life, relationships, and marriages. Paltrow became engaged in December of 1996 to actor Brad Pitt, whom she dated from 1994 to 1997. I don't think they were married. Paltrow began dating actor Ben Affleck after meeting him in I don't think they were married. Chris Martin of British band Coldplay. Were they married? Has she ever been married? No, we gotta look. Now we have to look. Marriages. Oh, yes, just the Coldplay guy, Chris Martin. And she's married to somebody else. So she was not married to Brad or Ben Affleck, but she was married to Chris Martin from 2003 to 2016. And I guess she is still married to Brad Falchuk. But that does not go with her parents' advice about marriage, which is to stick it out, because she didn't with the Coldplay guy. So there you go.
We do a lot of special outings one-on-one as well.
What traits did Moses and Apple get from you?
I think Moses got his deliberation from me, and Apple, her sense of humor.
Well, you know what? I got to hand it to her. I do like Gwen a lot. I like I love her movies. I think she's, you know what? If I were this famous and this, this much of a Nepo baby and this talented and, making vagina candles as well, I would have this Marie Antoinette complex as well. I just want to go and live in the Hamptons sometimes and walk around barefoot in my garden. I mean, I get her, but I don't know if she gets her. But she started the celebrity baby names being fucking weird. Apple. With Apple. Thank you. Very good, Eugene.
I know stuff.
Yeah. Apple. People were like, oh my God, Apple. What in the world? I was like, that's the coolest name ever. Apple. Apple. What a happy name. Apple. Apple. Listen, I'm a Keanu. All right. My grandma went, name her Keanu? What? But what else could I be but a Keanu? So I like that her kids' names are Apple and Moses. Apple is the newest name. Moses is the oldest, one of the oldest names. So I like her. She doesn't bother me. But she is odd to watch. Blanket. No, you're right. Blanket was odd. Blanket was really odd. Yeah. This is my kid, Snapple. Hello. This is my daughter, Snapple. She'll tell you a funny fact you don't know if you bop her on the head. Blanket. Snapple. Snapple is good. It's a good name. Snapple. Eugene, we can have a kid if we can name it Snapple. He said no.
How do you trade in this fucking league?
Oh. He's distracted.
I'm stupid. I've been distracted.
I'll have a child with you if we can name it Snapple.
Snapple. Thunder Dick.
Thunder Dick? Snapple Thunder Dick Piscanti. Sounds like a football player. I love it. This is my child, Snapple.
How has Apple influenced your style?
She pulls me back to the 90s.
That is one time to be pulled back to right now. I remember it vividly. What is one item that Apple is not allowed to borrow from your closet under any circumstances?
Nothing's off limits for her.
What would you steal from her closet?
Maybe her jean shorts.
Okay, now I have a random question for you.
Okay.
Super random. So you read things that say drink a lot of water, and other people are like, don't drink a lot of water. How much water do you drink every day?
I drink a lot. I probably drink about
you have to watch it. It's 73 questions. It's just how it's how the it's Vogue's 73 questions. It's very how the other half lives. She has this whole cheese board here. They're going to throw it in the garbage. It's not a boring interview. It's very interesting if you're watching it. Is it bothering you?
No, baby, not at all.
Well,
it's bothering me that I can't make this trade I want to make with Steve.
What would our child Snapple think about that? Skittle. We could have a Snapple and a Skittle. I will only have a child with you if we can name the first one Snapple and the second one Skittle. Snapple and Skittle. Snapple.
Beast.
Okay. So I guess I need to do the same thing. Now, this interview is happening because you are celebrating 15 years of Goop.
Can you believe that?
It's extraordinary.
15 years?
15 years.
I can't believe it.
I know. And what was your original goal at the time back then, 15 years ago?
Really?
You guys have better questions than me, honestly. Michaeline and I steal her clothes like a lot, but if Michaeline were thinking of it, she would first of all, I don't think she'd ever, raid my closet for anything, but it certainly wouldn't be my shorts. She likes Snapple's shorts. That's very odd. You guys are funny. Interesting. Very interesting.
Just to connect people to fantastic information that would make their lives better and more interesting.
Yeah, I think you succeeded at that. 15 years ago.
Really just to connect people to fantastic.
Happening because you are celebrating 15 years of Goop.
Can you believe that?
It's extraordinary.
15 years?
15 years.
I can't believe it.
I know. And what was your original goal at the time back then, 15 years ago?
Really just to connect people to fantastic information that would make their lives better and more interesting.
Yeah, I think you succeeded at that.
Thank you.
Clearly. Now, would you say that is the same goal now, 15 years later?
Absolutely.
And what do you hope Goop looks like in another 15 years?
I hope we're still doing exactly the same thing, but in more countries.
All right, go for it. Now, how do you deal with criticism as a CEO?
I try to separate the personal from the professional. And I also try to hear the things that might hurt my feelings in the criticism so that I'm always learning.
And what are you most proud of that the brand has achieved?
Very proud of the fact that we continue to help eliminate shame, especially for women.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what
I like
issues
that.
besides that do you want to continue to dive deeper on?
That's why I like her. I do like her. She's very like whatever, but Goop was like the first thing that was like it was the first like wellness brand. It was like the first wellness brand, and it's like, well, yeah, it was radical, but yeah, we're gonna do like a vagina smelling candle or whatever. So like yeah, I think she's got a good thing going, but like you grow up so rich and famous. You can name your kid Apple and Snapple and Moses, and the fourth kid, if she had one, would be the basket of reeds, or just be Reed. And then, you start a wellness brand, but it was the first of the wellness brands. So I don't mind her for that. I don't like Ina Garden, and no one will ever eat this cheese board. And it looks like she has a pool back here filled with flowers, which is ridiculous, but okay. That is literally a pool filled with flowers. Okay.
More into all things that help women.
What are you most excited about in wellness right now?
The idea of longevity, like really being able to live a long life, a little bit healthier and with more vitality.
Now, wellness sometimes gets some flack. What do you think people misunderstand about Goop?
I think whenever you're trying to introduce a new concept into the culture, it can be uncomfortable for people.
And what's the most simple wellness advice that anyone can follow?
Quiet the mind.
Super important. Now, another random question. Can you show me the last photo that you took on your phone?
On my phone?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okie dokie.
What's it gonna
As long as it's G-rated.
She's a fun mom.
Let's see. There's some not from an event.
I'm going to grab another cherry.
Please do.
Great, thank you.
Okay, he's going to eat the cheese board.
Here's my son I caught doing a photography project in his bathroom.
That's not the last photo.
What was the project?
I think it was motion capture, something that I don't fully understand.
Are you normally surveilling your children?
I like to sneak in and capture a moment.
Let's sneak off and see some more.
Come with me.
Happy to. Gwyneth, what is your most Gwyneth Paltrow outfit?
Just bare feet.
Probably something really simple, like jean shorts or white jeans and a nice sweater, a button down.
Yeah.
If you could give your
stole your child's jean shorts. Okay. What
style a name, what would it be?
Classic, but with a twist.
What fashion looks of yours do you most see reposted on the internet?
Probably currently anything I wore in the 90s.
What's one look that you think is underappreciated?
Maybe some of my more.
Also, I take it back. The pool is not filled with flowers. It just looked like it was. I take it back. Okay.
Simple looks.
Can you give me a 3-word description of that velvet Gucci suit that you wore without using the word velvet?
Bold, red, trend-setting.
Where is it now?
It's in my closet in California.
So you're not using it to hold any doors around here?
Not currently.
Okay, great. Now,
Gino just went, yeah, and you're in the Hamptons. You probably have a New York apartment as well. I'm not shaming you, Blythe's daughter, but like, yeah, also, yeah, okay, all right. There's the wealth. I'm manifesting it one day. I want to have like a weird bed outside of a gorgeous pool that I don't care about, and be able to wear a ankle length dress and name my child Snapple.
what was your best role when you look back at your amazing career?
Oh, gosh, I was so
yeah.
lucky. I've had so many amazing roles.
Yeah. And what's your favorite line from any of your characters?
Probably from the Royal Tenenbaums when Margot says, "You probably don't even know my middle name."
Oh, that's a good one.
I love that.
What was the
movie.
moment that totally shook you into wanting to act?
Probably watching my mother do plays when I was very little at the Williamstown Theater Festival.
And what's a TV show that you would love to guest star on if you could?
Maybe Alone, but I'm not that good at survival, so a very short cameo.
If you saw your films playing one night on television, which would you most likely actually sit through and watch the whole thing?
Maybe Emma?
That is exactly what I was going to say.
Oh, it
Did you just
wasn't.
say that because you knew I was going to say that?
I had a feeling.
Now, it's been 19 years since you've been in the leading role.
Yep.
And that's where you're in every single scene.
Yeah.
What is the one thing you miss about that?
Nothing.
Who are you most excited about right now in Hollywood at this moment?
Jodie Comer?
And which of your character's wardrobe would you steal if you could?
The lady that I played in A Perfect Murder.
What's a favorite piece of anything that you stole from set?
I've actually never stolen anything from set, but I wish I had stolen the Birkin bag from the Royal Tenenbaums.
Gosh, is it too late?
I think it's too late.
Okay, maybe.
Would you use it
Who
as a
besides
toy
Meg
stop?
Ryan has ever left you starstruck?
Oprah.
I could see that. And what would you tell someone who wants to date an actor?
Skip it.
You did a killer Texas accent for your first role. Can you give me a mini masterclass in that?
That's a Ben Affleck thing, I guess.
And if you want to do the accent, by all means, you are invited.
I don't remember how to do that accent.
So how do you do it? Are you sure you don't remember at all?
Well, the way I always approached accents was treating them like music, like really trying to hear all of the nuance of all of the notes.
Right. I also know that you're a polyglot. Can you say anything in any language?
I can say, fiche-moi la paix.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
It means, leave me the fuck alone.
Oh, you know what? I watched a video on, she actually can speak like quite a few languages, like fluently. So she's not fucking around there. Leave me the fuck alone, which is great.
Moving on, Gwyneth. How do each of these directors direct Gwyneth Paltrow?
Okay.
Here we go. Ryan Murphy.
He says, do it with less emotion.
Oh.
Jon Favreau.
He says, yeah, that's great. That's great. Do it again like that.
Wes Anderson.
He says, do it again, but do it exactly how I tell you.
Very insightful. Now, Gwyneth, since you're so into longevity, I'm assuming you have a cold plunge and a sauna.
I do. Would you like to see?
I would like to see.
Come
it.
on.
Now, I think I have an idea, but can you explain in your own words why it seems everyone has a cold plunge and sauna?
So cold plunges and saunas are amazing for detoxification and circulation.
And again, this is her Hamptons house. So she has many. She's like, oh, that's never. She probably has a cold plunge and a sauna at each of her houses. And I am not shaming that. Good for her. But she lives on planet Gwen. She lives on planet Goop. It's very, very, she's like, this is my, very silly country home, like Marie Antoinette. This is my country house where I walk around barefoot and plant things.
And they say skin tone and everything. You want to try?
Like go in?
Yeah.
All right. I'll just back myself up in here. And hopefully you don't turn it on.
Oh, it's on. You don't feel the heat?
It's already 90 degrees here. You can let me know whenever you want.
This is
all right.
Thanks,
Come
Gwyneth.
on.
Okay. I guess it's time for me to jump in a cold plunge.
That's right. Cold plunge right over here.
So how often are you using this?
Multiple times a week, I would say.
Yeah.
When
How
I
cold
live
is
here,
it?
just
It's
never.
45 degrees.
Okay, and this is gonna
No.
increase lifespan? Like what's going on here?
That's what they say.
Okay.
They say it also helps with mood and all kinds of things.
Right. Well, there's another thing that's helping with mood is this beautiful, beautiful view. Look at this. This is incredible.
Oh, thank you.
Wow. it's pretty wild because this is my first time in Emma Again set.
What do you think so far?
I love it a lot more now.
She's skipping. She's skipping. Gwen, try and be a little bit more like the people.
Oh. And you've been coming here for how many years?
About 18 years ago, I bought this house.
It's beautiful. And what's changed the most in this time?
It's become very popular.
Yes, it has. I was in traffic, I think, for about 1,000 hours getting here.
Sorry about that.
That's okay. You're worth it. And what is one thing that I should do after this interview is over?
Go to Amagansett Square.
Oh, great. And we'll be happy. We have all these orchards with, like, what fruit is on this?
Apples.
Gorgeous. Amazing. Now, Gwyneth,
apples.
You've talked about how important agency is in your life. Do you ever feel powerless?
Occasionally, unfortunately.
And who is your mentor, and what's the most valuable advice that they've given you?
A guy named Brian who says, when you have a problem, you got to try 1,000 things 1,000 times.
That's good advice. And what is your relationship with the word ambitious now?
I think it's a good word, especially for women to embrace.
All right. Are we going to pick any apples today?
Sure.
Is it ripe?
Not yet. Okay. Can you come back in October?
Yeah, I'll do that if you invite me. What's another term besides ambitious that you hope gets reevaluated?
Assertive.
Can you make a prediction about yourself 1 year from today?
I'll probably be here.
If you could go back in time, which younger version of Gwyneth Paltrow would you want to have a talk with, and what would you say?
Probably the one when I was about 19 years old.
Yeah? And what would you say?
I was particularly lost at that juncture, and I think I would just want to tell her to really become very, very close to herself, because that's how life gets a lot less painful.
There we go.
Okay.
And
that's a great question and a very good answer. We love you, Gwyneth. You're very rich and you live on planet Goop, but I ain't shitting on you here. We love your orchard. We love that you have an orchard. For you and your daughter, Snapple.
Last question. I believe we're on question number 73, if I'm counting correctly. What is one sliding doors moment in your life that you still think about today?
I suppose when I said yes to doing the show Glee.
Well, I'm glad you said yes to doing this interview, Gwyneth. That concludes. Thank you so much.
Oh, Gwen. I mean, I don't know. I could watch these over and over again. There's so many. Goop forever. No, I love her. I do. It's been 3 hours and 6 minutes. I was going to do like an AD. Should we? Shall we? What do you think, Eugene?
Ooh, what was the question, pretty girl? I'm sorry. You have to move my car in 6 hours.
Okay. Also, look, I made I finished it. I don't know where to put it. No, I know.
Hi, pretty girl.
Are you talking to me? I want to get in the bed and snuggle with you.
Oh, you lucky girl.
There are many more of these to come. What comes to mind is the Sarah Jessica Parker one, because it's so interesting. And
is it as good as that one?
They're all, Gino, they're all very interesting. He rolled his eyes. How would little Snapple feel about this?
Oh, that was excruciating.
It was
just boring, I thought.
It's not boring when you're watching it. You're certainly not boring. So again, all right.
I'm told there's more.
Yeah, we'll be back. When we're trying to fit into cooking with Kiki this week. Do we have time tomorrow, Eugene?
I can do it tomorrow night. I'm just doing the thing with Kiki tomorrow.
Let's do a cooking with Kiki tomorrow. What do you think? Because Saturday you have something, then Sunday we're going to the football game.
Oh, how funny was that? We're like, yeah, I gotta reach out to Kiki, but we're going to the game Sunday.
And Saturday you have a golf thing. But Cooking with Kiki is back. I've decided we're going to do it tomorrow. Right?
Just plug the camera into the proper outlet.
Yes.
But it would have to be, stream with people from 3 to 5, but you want to do it tonight, I would imagine, right?
Yeah, like 7 or 8. I talked to Garrett's wife called me while you guys were on the air. I'm like, are you watching these? Oh, she was just telling me. She's like, I'm going to send you guys this stuff.
Little whatchamacallit's coming. He is such a happy little man.
He's so freaking cute.
I came up and serious like, Gino. I'm like, are you fucking with me?
Oh, he's so cute. Love you guys. We're going to do a Cooking with Kiki tomorrow. And Melty and Big Red, you guys are off the hook tonight. Sorry, Karl, but you're dismissed. That's the central thesis of what we spent 2 hours doing. And I apologize to our clip guy. Water sugar. We love you so much. That is going to be a bitch to clip, but it had to be said. And we're done with it now. And I will always have the last word because I tell the truth. And you're no friend of mine. So, thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all of the listenership. And we're going to bring back Cooking with Kiki tomorrow. Now let me think of what I shall cook. But Eugene and I, it'll be around 7 or 8. And we love you guys. She's a classic kind of lady who's got her own show. You guys are just the best. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Aaron James. I have all of the videos you have sent me. I'm going to save it for an Untoward Tuesday. Meta Live. Keep sending them in because I'll always answer. Push up. Meta Live. God, Meta Live. Meta Live. Meta Live. Thank you. Aaron James. Thank you for becoming a member. If you're not a member, become a member. Meta Live. Thank you. You guys are just the sweetest. Thank you, Eugene, for being a wonderful husband.
He's gay, but he has a special connection to classical music. There's many things that are interesting about him.
And baking with Kiki and Carrie, absolutely. I have no idea. Too massive, so we have to. I would need your expertise. You guys, the eel sips, the cat's pajamas, and the bee's knees. Kiki out. Bye. Bye, everyone.